What up, y'all? This your boy Westside Willie, pilot of the Bebop, coming in. I'm just letting y'all know that we will be departing from Detroit very shortly. So everybody get in their seats, sit down, relax, and if there's any thickums on this flight, you're invited to the cockpit.
Bebop, we got it on lock. Check your wristwatch. Tick-tock, time for lift off. You hear the stars calling. Baby, come and hold me tight. Cause the sky's falling in deep space, writing these jams. All I need is Jordan, don't look back. It's a price on your head, and they'll double that pay. If you alive, not dead. These cats is new to these scenes and new to these walls. And when the shots start firing, they start to look for the door. Baby, don't get too close. I'm a cowboy. Wake up and see that I'm gone, I'm where the stars going. One thing I can say about life is that it's not born. And one thing I can say about us, we'll never stop hunting. I'm with my day ones, double shot, messing with my third eye. Brody wanna tag along, well we need a fourth mic, I plead the fifth. If the feds start catching up in space so long, I'm getting used to us suiting up. I'm with my day ones, double shot, messing with my third eye. Brody wanna tag along, well we need a fourth mic, I plead the fifth. If the feds start catching up in space so long, I'm getting used to us suiting up.
Bam. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Welcome to the Bebop Boys podcast. We're talking about movies, anime, comic books, all types of fly shit. Woo! Guess who's back, bitches? Woo! What up, though?
Woo! OJ.
Hold on, wait. Let's say hey first. Hello, everyone.
What's up?
Hello.
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up, everybody?
What's up?
You going to a play, my nigga?
My cousin's play.
You going to a play, my
Oh, that's
nigga?
what you're going to.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to a
play.
birthday
Do you
party.
remember a few months ago? A few months ago, didn't you yell at me for not inviting you?
You want to see a 17-year-old play?
I like plays. What is a play?
I don't know. My auntie just told me, say, yo, come support your cousin. I'm like, all right, man.
Maybe he needs a full crew there. She
Actually, no, it's
We all
dude.
pulled up.
Actually, all the seats was taken up, so we got to sit in the corner. we
Not
got
back
to
in the
sit.
bus rolls up.
We got to sit in the fucking corner.
They said
We
we're
gotta look
supportive,
over
but
here.
we don't get seats right away.
Yeah.
Supportive.
Right, yeah. No, I'm a go. Yeah, cause I go to my other cousin shit. I just don't go to his shit.
Why?
You know, you gotta
Is there?
family, bro. I mean, damn.
You have your
We don't-
favorite?
Yeah, I was about to say you don't go. Is there a certain reason?
I mean, I ain't say he's my favorite, but I'm a little bit more closer to him. Like, I
Is
was
there a
around-
reason why?
This one you're going to or the other one?
Kind of just because
Age or
just because I'm really close. Like his mom is really close with me. She's my auntie, so she's always around. So we always see her and everything. You okay?
The one that was at your dinner?
Solomon? Yeah, him. That's the one I'm close to. Yeah.
Just like I'm very close with my cousin.
I don't know.
are y'all really related or is this
No,
a bit?
me and Matt are
They
not.
are related. Yo,
We're
'Cause I
not.
remember you saying you knew each other when you were kids. Y'all used to hang out when you were kids.
No, I've known Matt since he was like 4 or 5.
Okay.
so they cousins.
Play. Well, in our community, they be play cousins.
They like the two dudes on the
I did say that. Mike called me out for being racist. I was like, Jalir's the one who told me.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't even plug the
in my head, psychologically, he's like an older brother to me.
Oh, that's
like
cute.
100%.
That's so adorable.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I have that. I called their family my god family, but my childhood best friend, the one I went on the show, actually, the guy who plays Magic and D&D.
Yeah.
I want him on. I call him my brother, and I call his mom my godmama, and him and his sister my god sister, because we grew up together and everything. And when my mom was having problems with the gay shit, they kind of took me in under their
that's
wing
good.
a little bit. So
That's how it was with my mom's best friend. She actually would make me call her aunt.
Oh,
Like,
really?
If I
Yeah.
just called her by her name, they'd be like, no, she's your
That's
aunt.
why she would call me
your
like, I'd be like,
that one under there.
hi, Miss Downs, like her
Yeah.
last name, or I'd be like, hi, Miss Yolanda.
Same, yep.
She was like, call me auntie. Don't call me Miss Downs or nothing. And then like we got so close, I just started calling her mama. And then Austin, well, he was always calling me his brother. He'd be like, that's my bro. When I came out, he like, I was kind of queenie and weird. So with his boys who were like kind of stereotypical niggas, whatever, he'd be like, look, my brother gay. Don't say shit.
Yo, you do gotta say that sometimes. Man.
So yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I had a very good.
Fortunately.
I say that about my brothers.
But they not gay.
You don't know that.
I don't know. You said he did drugs. You know,
Yeah.
some crackheads be doing dumb shit for drugs.
Nah, he I don't care. I'm gonna tell the story.
Yeah, get in there.
My brother had disappeared for like 2 days, and my mom was freaking out because Yeah, I'm gonna just tell the story on the pod.
We told worse stories.
Well, so his ex-girlfriend had recently gotten murdered.
Oh no.
And she had been missing. And so they had just found her, and then my brother went missing.
Oh shit.
And then my mom was freaking out. So like it had been 2 days, and so I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I was like,
he was gone.
I was just like, he's
they
probably
passed.
doing some fucking weird shit. He's probably somewhere doing. Lo and behold, my mom was driving around looking for him, and she found him roofing a house. Never roofed a house a
Breaking
day
Bad
in his
shit.
life.
Yeah.
And he was just on top of a
that's some
house in
Jesse
Detroit,
Working.
roofing a house.
Hey,
He was getting.
what was the conversation to your mom?
I don't know.
Where have you been?
My mom's like, I got your brother. I was like, oh yeah, where was he? She was like, he was roofing a house. I was like,
Mom, I was
Do
like,
you know where at in Detroit he was roofing it? Like on Chalmers?
yeah, over on Chalmers. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
There's always some roofing over.
yeah.
so weird.
So yeah,
That area is so fucking weird. Why is that?
Well,
That's where I would
because
go.
it's low money, drug infested.
Grosse Point.
Yeah.
And then the part of Detroit also, where, you know, it's kind of close to Indian Village and the
Yeah.
and downtown area. So it's like close enough to be gentrified, but not that. But like that area.
we were not in the gentrified area. Trust me, we were not. Shot at 3 times.
Yeah.
There was
Real quick, bro.
This house and they're like, okay, give me a crack rock, I'll do it.
my brother was roofing a house. There was one time where I was driving him, and we stopped off, and he was like, "Yeah, park a couple houses down." I was all right.
All right, so
Mind you, I'm like 18, 17 at the time.
you a
So I don't
baby.
like now I know what I'm doing, but back then I didn't know. This is literally what happened. To me, this is always funny. So I park a couple houses down. He gets out the car, sprints to this house, jumps in through a window. Then I see a guy riding by on a bike. So I was like, all right, let me be aware of my surroundings.
Yeah.
So this guy ride past me on his bike, knocks on the door of the house my brother just went into. My brother opens it, sells him some drugs, and then they both leave. And my brother just comes back to the car, and we left.
What the fuck?
Crackhead Chronicles.
Someone did pull a gun out on me that day.
that's why you
Oh.
don't. Is that why you don't do drugs?
I just didn't find the need for it. I don't.
So subconsciously,
I don't need anything
you're
to
a dare
enhance my
master.
experience in life.
That's real
Subconscious.
shit. I didn't start drinking or smoking weed or anything probably to my mid-20s, and
you used to smoke weed.
I do now. Like, but I didn't do it anything recreationally.
Recreationally.
What y'all said until my mid-20s to 30s, because I never saw the need for it. Like I did it, I experimented, of course, but
Listen
then,
to Man
like,
on the Moon too.
but it was never like I need to get faded every weekend or every other day. I never got to the
Faded,
point.
faded. I need to get faded.
Same.
Really? Yeah.
Same here.
He's stuck in 2004.
And even now, like it's because I didn't develop that fucking feeling develop
That's good.
that shit at a young age.
Mm.
Bitch, 2 glasses of wine, done.
Ooh, I love wine.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it because I was selling it, nigga.
Bam.
you want to get high on your
You
own
don't get
supply.
high
I
on your own
was
supply.
I'm selling that shit, nigga.
So why now? Why are you doing now?
I don't do it. I just do it to sleep.
Yeah. Even then, even when I take an edible to go to
Drug
bed,
stories, we
bitch,
do a drug story.
I feel it the
drug
next day. I'm
stories.
like, I'm definitely still high.
I even stopped doing that. I slowed down on the edible shit. It started making me anxious. Like it started giving me bad
Yeah.
anxiety.
I'm at that point right now.
My ex
And I don't
is
know.
like that.
Is that one of my a dude I used to work with before? Like he called me a few days ago and he said that he was like a stoner, like a movie stoner, and he said that he stopped smoking because it started making him like anxious.
Dude,
That's what happened to my
That is a
boyfriend.
very common thing. For me, I was huge stoner. I could smoke a blunt or two and go do anything. Now I can't do anything high without like having crazy anxiety. Even when I smoke to go to bed, I have crazy anxiety. And I have a friend, same thing as you, stoner every single day. Anytime we did anything, let me smoke. Now he's cut it cold like for a year because he gets panic attacks when he
That's
smokes.
so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was like I was like, bro, did they put something in it or like
Fentanyl.
I don't know. When them dispensaries came up,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was getting that when I tried both of them. I thought that maybe it was because like I used to when I first started taking it, they were like hybrid ones, like so it was like THC and CBD, and they had like a high CBD concentration. I don't even remember the ones that I used to get, but like I was just like, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
I think I had some one time that was laced. When me and Jack first started
Laced with what?
dating,
Fent?
I don't know, but it was we had started smoking off this party girl one time, and so we were at Jack's apartment, and we had smoked, and we just got super fucking anxious, and I started getting paranoid and shit. I was
Yeah,
like,
that might be-
my mom's gonna call and FaceTime me. She's gonna be so
What
disappointed
you
in me.
doing, Antonio?
And Jack was like, I gotta fucking go to bed. It was so fucking bad.
no.
We were and we weren't doing nothing in his room.
yeah,
We weren't doing shit. We were just lying there. But in my head, I'm having a fucking panic attack. Jack is fucking having a panic attack, and we both like sitting there. And then we woke up the next day. We both like we.
Well,
fucked up.
if you are overthinking,
and we told her ass we're not
naturally-
smoking from. We told her ass we're not smoking from you. No fucking amount.
If you're overthinkers naturally,
Yeah.
and you smoke some like heavy THC shit,
Oh yeah.
your shit gonna be. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like that. I'm like
That's
that.
Yeah, I
totally
think
what
that's
happened.
what.
I was like, my
it is
mom's
for
gonna
me
be so disappointed in me. I'm a statistic.
Statistic.
One time my friend Chris made an unmeasured amount of like brownies, like the amount.
Oh shit. Mm,
What the
I
fuck?
ate
right.
half of a brownie, bro. I was tripping like I was on mushroom.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that shit is
my dad
wild.
was standing outside my
No
door.
way.
No.
Yeah.
Come on here, West.
You be like, I'm scared. Dominic, my brother, he does catering and shit on the side. And when he first started doing catering shit, he called them groovy smoothies. He will make weed smoothies and weed desserts and everything. And so I broke my ankle. My mom's gonna kill me for telling this story. I broke my ankle, and I worked at a hospital, so I was fine in the hospital and everything. I just needed someone to come pick me up from the hospital because Dominic had made those smoothies for him and her. They were so fucking high they couldn't come get me. And then I called them and say, "Hey guys, I broke my ankle at work. I need y'all to come get me." They're fucking laughing at me, bro. Over the phone. They're like, "Oh, you broke your ankle," and I'm FaceTiming. Right.
They just
I said,
clowning.
"Niggas, no, I'm in the fucking ER." I'm like, I'm not working. I'm like in a room, and like then they couldn't come get me. Like so they come get me, and these niggas, because they were so high, Dominic came and got me. So fucking stoned. He goes into like patient parking, and not to the actual ER pickup to come get me. So he's like, come walk to the car. I broke my ankle.
Oh my God.
And then so the nurse is hearing all the shit I'm going through to try to get a ride home.
Yeah.
And she's like, do you want me to just roll you out there? I said, no, make these niggas come fucking pick me up. I was so bad. Come to find out, they're fucking lit as fuck.
Yeah.
Everybody
Because
can't
of my
smoke,
brother's groovy smoothies.
Yeah.
That's
Everybody can't-
ridiculous.
Everybody can't.
We
smoke.
could go on all day about.
About
Yeah,
bad weed
about stories.
stories.
What you said was a laced with fentanyl. I swore this edible was, bro. It was a little circle. Some dude made these.
Yeah, that's fat.
I bit like a tiniest piece of.
Oh no.
Bro, I was higher than I ever was on any pills, and I was like, bro, there's got to be.
Oh my god.
Can you
Dude,
look
oh my
at something and tell if it's laced?
No.
No.
No,
I know
hell
you
no.
can't.
You just fuck.
I know
It's a
you can with
chemical. It's a
pills.
chemical compound.
Yeah, you could probably tell we have pills drink.
Yes, that's what
He can eyeball.
I
perk.
saw somebody.
So the safest way is to buy from stores.
Or just
The safest way is just not do it.
Yeah, just not do it. I like that one.
Safest way is really
Go
just
ahead,
don't.
Nah.
go ahead, Dare Lion. Tell us.
just cut
I've
that.
never been to Dare. I was
You never
never.
been- I was a Dare
don't
kid.
know what Dare is.
That's true. The safest way to not.
Yeah, let's not.
Don't do
it.
drugs.
Don't do drugs.
I did DMT one time. That was fun.
Oh wow.
Damn, you a little adventurous.
I'm
man.
down to
Drugs.
try anything that's not gonna like get me on some crackhead shit. But I'm down to try it.
Yo,
I
we
went
not your
camping.
friends.
I went camping. I went camping. It was the gay campground. I told you guys about that, right?
No,
Oh, yeah. So there's a gay campground, and you just
is it in Michigan?
there's one in Michigan, and you just be gay. Niggas walk around naked.
It's awesome.
There's like orgies, or we just
It's
That
awesome.
sounds like some dick
Yeah.
shit.
like
I
you
was
don't
gonna
you
go.
don't have to go there and just like fuck,
I know,
but it's just
All right, what if you want to just gay fish? Like, you got to do the gay orgy? You got to do
Like
everything?
gay fish?
You got to do everything,
Part of
bro.
the itinerary.
No,
Right.
'cause I,
Orgy at 5.
I didn't have sex.
Pops out of the water.
Right. When I went,
What if you want a gay fish?
I didn't
That's
do
just
anything.
fishing, bro.
Well, so it was part of the time when my ankle was broken, so I couldn't do a whole lot. So I did some hiking as much as I can when my ankle was messed up. I slept most of the time because I was high most of the time also. But then one night we did DMT. It was like everything was pixelated, bro. It was so weird. I was like doing this with my hands the whole time and just looking how my hands were like pixelated, and like I was looking at the stars because it was camming with the light
I do like
pollution.
looking at the
It was really dope. If I'm gonna do drugs, I'd rather to be like in a scene like that where it's just like
100%.
the stimulation is like good. You know what I'm saying? Like one time I took mushrooms and I went to Florida and it didn't hit. So right
He
away,
was in Florida.
yeah. Well, the guy brought him was from Michigan, but I was thought
Uncle Rick.
I was like nothing. I didn't hit, but everybody else was tripping. But so we had to drive back to Michigan, and I was like, okay, I'll just do part of the drive because mine's not hitting. Oh shit!
Hit while you were driving?
Yes, nigga.
How much did you take?
Just like a little stem. It wasn't that much.
Okay, yeah.
Doing shit.
You weren't
bro.
tripping then. You were like, it was a little
Yeah, I was like, I
Micro-
didn't
Go
feel
back to
anything.
the beach.
But damn, nigga, the way it hit me, while I was driving, I was like,
Can't even roll in peace.
Matrix. I was like, I gotta stop.
Bless you.
Thank you.
My best mushroom trip was in the middle of the woods up north.
Yeah, same. Oh, yeah.
I don't like mushrooms.
Same
They
here.
just taste nasty.
Same here.
Dude,
brother-
tastes disgusting.
My brother does a lot of mushroom teas.
I haven't had no shrooms in a minute. And then last time I did shrooms was you.
Yeah, forest and shrooms is great, especially looking at the stars.
So
Great.
since we're doing the drug
Drugs.
talk, are we gonna
Great.
y'all want to get into the comic book explanation or y'all want to go into Daredevil? first?
I'd say Daredevil first.
We'll go Daredevil first. We'll
Daredevil
keep it light and
first?
quick,
Okay.
and then we'll go talk about your comic first since you got to leave early.
I saw that day one.
Pussy ass.
I know I had to. As much time as you spend with your family, all the family pictures that I've been on every episode.
I've been on
Because they
every
do stuff at
episode.
7 p.m.
I was like the other day.
I've been on every episode, brother.
We
Flex,
just,
You better flex, bitch.
I've been on every episode,
You
brother.
gonna pop a blood vessel.
Next Sunday on Sunday Night Bebop, you're. All right, sorry.
When you
Actually,
said
take the next episode.
you and your family went to visit your brother in jail, and
They
your
took
mom
pictures outside
said
the jail.
was like, y'all, she lost in the
Criminals,
game
oh,
and
yeah.
called them criminals in prison. Bro, that shit is
I
hilarious.
mean, well,
I was thinking about that shit the other day. I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
That's my mom is different.
she's funny.
Yeah.
She's funny. But yes, Daredevil.
yeah,
Daredevil, yeah.
Blind people. DEI.
Who's all seen Daredevil?
I see it.
Boom. All the people that
I
matter.
wanted to talk
Bet.
about it like that day, and I remember like, oh yeah,
Wow.
I can't, I cannot.
Well, we're the people who watched the show.
Yep, so now we can talk about it.
Yeah. So
Fuck you, Persia.
so
they did a thing.
You didn't see it, bro? Come on, dog. Even Matt Murdock went to see it, and he blind, and you can't even make time to it. It is a long episode.
I was reading.
they didn't feel that long. Maybe because I paid with
I just
ads.
finished yesterday.
Maybe I paid with ads, so it
Yeah.
don't feel that long to me.
But the ads was like a minute.
long?
Yeah, I pay for ads.
I
'cause
don't have ads.
Wow, bro.
give a Disney any extra than they already don't need.
I got the package with
They're
Disney and Hulu.
criminals for even charging us for fucking ads and shit.
Everybody's
bitch
a
ass
criminal.
niggas.
Everybody's a criminal.
How they treated Black Widow, we'll never forget.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Getting sick.
But anyway, so
Low-key,
Daredevil
me
was
too.
good.
I'm so sick of Disney, Loki. I don't know why. It's just I'm kind of hoping DC comes and
about
just
it
like
later.
murder the
Bro,
fuck
just
off.
let
because I'm
DC do it.
kind of sick.
Don't
of
even
it.
put them in the category with them, man.
I'm kind of sick of Disney. I'm sick of Marvel. I'm sick of all of this shit. But anyways,
So Daredevil was pretty good.
Yeah.
no,
Episode 1 and 2.
It was really good.
yeah.
I'm not really a big fan as y'all of the Netflix ones, just because like
How
Are you saying
not
that
a
this was
fan?
better than the Netflix one?
no, I didn't say that.
I'm asking you.
No, I don't think it's better
Okay.
than it. I mean,
So
it's
just
only
wanted to
2
make sure.
episodes.
I don't want to hurt
It's only
you.
2 episodes, but the reason I didn't really like the Netflix one like that, I actually like the first Luke Cage more than I like.
I love Luke Cage.
The second Daredevil, and if I remember the third one correctly, not the third one, but the first and second one, yeah, I like Luke Cage
Talk
more.
about season.
I agree.
There's no
season.
season 3 of Luke Cage. Just
No, I'm
Cage
talking about of Daredevil.
Oh, okay.
Luke Cage season 1 and Jessica Jones season 1 are probably the better season ones of all of the Defender shows. Yeah,
Better than Iron Fist?
Oh God, yes. Damn.
Let me tell you something. Iron Fist, it took 3 episodes to see anything worthwhile in Iron Fist.
I don't think I made it 3.
They did his character dirty.
Yeah.
His
Season
character's
2,
very quirky
I
and
will
fun.
defend season 2 of Iron Fist. Season 2 of Iron Fist is on par with the Disney shows. So if you want to, if you can,
Wait, they made a season 2?
Yeah, they did. Season 2 was good, and it was leading up. Season 3 was going to be fire.
And they
yeah,
that was the
season
time
3 was going to be so fucking
Yeah,
lit.
it's based off of Iron Fist, the Immortal Weapon storyline, or Immortal Weapons or whatever. It's a great storyline.
Colleen, we was going to get a Daughters of the Dragon. Yeah. They really was setting us up for the Iron Fist. For as bad as it started, it was going to lead to something great, and I'm sad we didn't get it because they were leading to the second season, and Defenders were really leading up to some good shit for Iron Fist, and we didn't get to see.
So Daredevil Born Again starts off basically after Echo, like kind of where Echo left off and everything. And a lot of people didn't see Echo, so I was seeing a lot of people saying, "Oh, how the fuck is William Fisk alive?"
Well, sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I don't think they've ever, because I was talking about this with my friends the other day. I don't think they've ever genuinely officially said how Fisk got out of jail.
They never did.
Yeah,
they
I'm
never
assuming
did.
he got blipped.
In Echo, they never said, and
That
they
was
didn't
the
say
theory.
anything.
I'm assuming he got blipped.
That's the theory.
Well, yeah,
But I mean, he was in prison for a lot of terrible things.
But shit gets overcrowded and everything. He got money, so he had to have gotten blipped.
So
But
he was.
I don't
He
know,
was there
man.
less than 4 years.
The shit that he did, he didn't get blipped because
He was in-
the flashback for Hawkeye. Echo's people were.
Oh yeah,
working
he
for him.
was. Yeah, he was.
That was
he
during
in
the
Hawkeye.
I
blip.
was during the blip. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't get blipped.
Oh,
So he was out
Because
then.
of the blip, he got let
Or
out.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. Let's just think about it this way, guys.
That would be fun.
They wanted to continue the Netflix story, but also do their own thing. So they just said, "Forget about it."
Well, because
And that's-
the first iteration of it, they weren't gonna. I think it was just like a soft reboot, but it didn't have Karen and Foggy in it, and they reworked that.
And they
Not
recast-
yet,
Just
Antonio.
for them,
They recasted
Not-
a bunch
not
of characters too.
just for them to, spoiler alert, kill Foggy in the first 10 minutes.
yeah, those first 10 minutes is one of the craziest starts to anything I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The way that started, I was like, this is a finale. Once they started rolling the intro, I was like, that's a finale. That's the way you end a season. That was
Yeah.
so fucking
That
crazy.
was that's a good point. Like, hey, this is the end.
Yep.
And here's a new beginning.
Or they
That
wanted
was
to
Born
start,
Again.
or they wanted to start off strong because a lot of people don't really got high hopes for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And they start off.
I don't know why people do have that, like, it's gonna suck ass. Y'all go suck the dick off anyway.
Bro, I was just saying that like
Yeah.
3 episodes ago, but hey,
Y'all
it's
go
okay.
My thing about that intro is when
know you
I
miss
first
me.
heard about I just started Daredevil like
yeah.
2 weeks ago. Like the first
You made it
season.
through 3 seasons.
Yes, I went through it because
Bitch,
it got
it
so
would have took me
fucking
fucking
good.
a month to
Dude,
get through
and
3
so-
seasons.
3 years. That's just never mind. Go ahead.
Shit. No, yeah. I just started it like 2 weeks ago. So I was hearing about the Born Again stuff before watching Daredevil. I heard right when they announced it that it was going to be its own thing without Karen Foggy. A lot of people are pissed about it. My friends, they love Daredevil, so they've always been talking about it the whole time, kind of keeping me up. Then when they said they were bringing him back and then doing reworks and then bringing another person back, and it felt like, in the way that Charlie Cox even was talking about it, and Vincent, guy that plays, it felt like it was, they started a thing, didn't like it, scrapped it, and restarted it. But it as I'm watching it, even just that first episode, it feels like they made a whole thing, saw everybody's reaction, was like, all right, let's just get Karen Foggy in there. First 10 minutes, just shoot it in, and then the rest is probably the same. Like, it probably is nothing
Does
different.
feel in the best possible way. I mean this in a positive
Yes,
way.
I agree. Yeah.
It does feel like puzzle pieces.
Yes.
It does feel like some cut in.
They did say they kept a decent amount from the original in there as well. It's a good mixture.
You can feel it a little bit. You can feel it a lot with Daredevil's story, not necessarily with Fisk. Fisk's story is the most consistent.
Yeah.
In the story, but everything with Daredevil feels disconjointed.
Yeah.
But I say that positively because I don't know, or maybe because sometimes we just know too much of production, and that can affect our view of things.
Mhm.
So maybe it's because I know.
Yeah, because they did when it was shooting Daredevil. It was a whole lot of Daredevil news all the fucking time. I had to mute the word Daredevil because they were just leaking everything. It wasn't even leaking. It was just when they were
Anything
shooting
announced.
it, just the fucking, yeah. I hate that nowadays.
So I think probably we just
Nothing
know
is
too much
secret.
information. So now, now we're just like hyper focusing on it.
Yeah.
And
100%.
so yeah, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
I do like it. I hate they killed Foggy. I was kind of excited to see.
I like that though.
Spoiler, he might not be dead.
I saw that.
There were hints about a comic book. There was numbers on like, what was it, a clock or something?
It was on the Nelson, Murdoch, and Page, the address.
The address. The
he got
address
scoped in
for
the chest.
their
He got
for their store is the number for a comic book called The Secret Life of Foggy Nelson, where he fakes his own death.
Yo, we got to clip that up. 'Cause I
Now,
want to hear them. I want to hear them tear him up. And
So
crazy.
He said,
I want to hear
we
them tear
people were pointing it out on Twitter.
he
I was
said
like,
we got to
damn.
clip that up because he want to see people tear you up.
I
on
want to
comments.
see, I want to see him do the Vincent thing.
What a fucking idiot!
well, you
Not what the clock meant.
A lot of people
Followers at the cost of
They
Nick.
do have Karen and Foggy are in the credits as starring roles.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll be in flashbacks, or maybe Foggy's alive and maybe Karen will come
Yeah, they
back.
probably do some flash.
Yeah, he coulda killed
I
off
saw
Karen.
another thing.
But they are starring. They get star billing.
I did see another thing saying that it was confirmed that Foggy will be in season 2.
I don't know if that was true or not, because some people have just been throwing out fake shit.
Oh, okay.
Fake news,
especially
Yeah.
since like after that first episode, someone might have did that to Troll.
True.
Because I've seen that too, but I didn't double check. I was like, keep scrolling.
Very true.
But
Very
yeah,
good point.
that first scene in particular, that was rough. Like they were happy.
Yo,
They were
outside.
living
Oh,
lives.
man, so cold. I forgot how
I
cold
went
he is.
straight from I
Yeah.
finished season 3, and actually,
Oh, that must
I-
have been very good.
Yes,
for
I
you.
finished season
Yeah.
3
Shit,
the
man.
day Born Again came out. I finished season 3. Like I started the last episode at 8, finished it at 9. Born Again came out. I watched Born Again immediately after finishing season 3. So it was very, very, very big, stark contrast.
Mhm.
That final scene in season 3, when he holds up the Foggy, Page, and Murdoch, I genuinely started crying. I was like, what? I was like, oh my, why am I getting emotional right now? Like, this is so cheesy and corny. And I'm like, I love it though, because like the entire story, the entire Daredevil season 1 through 3, it's just nonstop. Like, no,
Get it
you guys,
together.
yeah, get it stop.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking up. You guys are supposed to be together. And so when it finally happened, I started crying. Start the next episode. I was like, yes, they have their own firm. Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Bam! Fuck! Immediately. And then they're not in the story anymore. And then they have
do I
little
love that so
Karen
much?
and
Fuck!
The
Yes,
thing
they
that
got
I
their
do-
shit together.
But the thing I do like about a story, the thing I do like about a story like that is that, bro, your actions have stakes in them, bro.
Yeah.
Your actions have stakes. I mean, you taken down drug empires and kingpin empires for 3 seasons, and none of your friends or anyone close to you except for like Elektra.
Some people were getting murdered.
Yeah, but I'm talking about close
Yeah,
to him.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I like
they
when
were-
they give a story some stakes.
Yeah, Elektra, the only person
Good
who
old
really
nachos.
have really got, Ben
Ben Urich, but she
Ben,
was,
oh, yeah.
Ben was
He
more
choked
close
the
to
fuck out of
Karen.
Karen,
Yeah.
yeah. So Karen kept ducking bullets. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That
yeah.
bitch should have been died.
If only.
And then Elektra. So yeah, no one really, since Ben died and Elektra, no, and those are casualties, right? We
Yeah.
can kind of see Ben was going too close to the sun. Elektra became the villain. We don't know. Elektra might come back. I'm kind of hoping she's one of my
No,
favorite.
she
people.
does.
She's one of my favorite
I
superheroes.
thought she was coming back.
We know she does.
I hope so. Well, comics, Elektra is one of those people who won't stay dead. So I'm kind of hoping. But so yeah, no one in the big 3 in the circle has been hit hard.
Mhm.
It kind of
Yeah.
it looks like Karen all the fucking time because the bitch constantly
It does
dodging
look
bullets.
like she looking for
Like,
danger.
how do you
Bro.
get involved? Like, and then gets involved with the Punisher. Bitch, sit down. You have no superpowers. You're not
They
trained.
put a battery.
Remember
on
in season 1 of Daredevil when she clipped his
Yeah.
Wesley.
Bam!
right on
bam.
the table.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bitch, sit down. And then becomes like this super journalist. Sit down. You have no superpowers.
No.
You don't know how to use shit. You're
She's
not
a
a
white
martial
woman
artist.
in New York.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Leave race out of this.
You remember
I can't.
at least Night Nurse,
Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson's character had to she get the fuck out of here.
Well, she
Yeah,
was
she's
throwing-
like, I'm not
Y'all
sitting around.
throwing it around,
niggas gotta go. So
My thing is, everybody wants like Karen to die. Like when Foggy died, that shit hurt. We could
I don't
do it.
want
Okay.
anyone to die.
I'm okay with
Gotta
people dying.
stop punching people.
But
at
my
night,
thing is
bro.
like the thing, like
It-
Foggy dying hurt
Yeah,
because
hurt.
Foggy.
No, it did hurt.
Foggy is the only person throughout all 3 seasons, from what I remember, who did everything by the book, did everything
does
right. He
nothing
was just
wrong.
Do you have evidence? You can't.
like,
do
while
it.
Karen's like, bro, shut up. Yeah. Like she gets mad at fucking Matt for being Daredevil, then tries to do her own vigilantism type shit, and then she's not mad at Punisher.
at all. Like root for the Punisher.
Man,
Go do it.
That
Go
whole
kill 'em.
season 2 and 3,
Girl.
it is constantly with every character, with Stick, with Elektra, with Matt, Karen, Foggy. It's always constantly, fuck you, you lied to me, so I'm gonna lie to you. Oh, you fucking lied to me? Great, I'm gonna lie to you again. I'm gonna go do some shit. I'm gonna lie to you again.
Welcome to
It's
superheroes.
non-stop secrets. It's non-stop
Especially for like a
secrets.
show with like a heavy like Catholicism influence.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Let's just all be terrible to thy neighbor.
Yeah.
What I like about Born Again, man, I do like the fact that Fisk was running for mayor of New York and he actually won.
Okay,
I mean,
let's
it's a
start
lot of
Let's start there.
it's a lot of parallels to like even what's going on,
So
or
I
even
said-
what I just
yeah,
I
read,
said this
but, like,
online. I said
No
you
politics.
No,
You
yo,
niggas
can't
are
do that.
online. I hate nerd culture so much.
Yeah, say it, say it.
So much
Say it.
because you the same niggas that will read allegories and shit like Daredevil and X-Men, blah blah blah, and then be the same ones in politics just doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Don't vote. Don't go or vote for the wrong
was for me.
niggas. Or just, it makes me so mad. It makes me so fucking mad. It makes me so mad.
Yeah.
It makes me so mad. How are your favorite X-Men? How are your favorite superheroes the X-Men? Yeah, you're racist and homophobic and
Because my
transphobic.
favorite one are the white ones.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Favorite is Cyclops.
First of all, hey, low key, Cyclops in the
Cyclops
comics
is
been
is the
cooking.
most revolutionary person.
Cyclops is a
He's
cop.
low key. He has been fucking.
You
cooking.
said he a what?
The Cyclops is a cop.
Oh, I thought you said
You know, who's the
Cyclops.
ops? You know who's the ops?
That nigga.
Do you know who the ops?
X.
Beast. Beast
Charles.
is the ops.
Beast.
Charles.
Is the Charles too. Charles is a whole no. I
Charles.
will equate Charles like a Ben Carson type of nigga.
Fuck Charles.
Like who is a minority but wants white people to love him so much.
Juggernaut should throw him out the window again with his little cripple ass.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah,
Such a good
it's
one.
funny. Someone online was talking about, they just started reading comics and like, oh my god, when did Charles start walking? Charles has been walking for like 20 years. The nigga has not been.
When
He's
he
the
died,
Jews
he
in that
came
part
back.
of
He
the
took over Phantom X's body,
Yeah, the nigga's been walking for like.
which is one of my favorite X-Men
Fake
characters.
DI.
What's the version of him, Professor X, where he's wearing the black suit and has Cerebro
That's
on?
the
That's the
current
current one? Okay.
Right,
cool.
the nigga's been walking for years.
Fuck him.
Yeah, I never understood that either because like I see that with like fucking anime shit, and it's just like you didn't get this.
You don't
did
get it. Or like you watch Attack
Yeah.
on Titan. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
You didn't get this.
you don't
did
get this. You
Like the whole thing, or One Piece, like
One Piece. You know what
One
I'm
Bro,
saying?
you can't watch One Piece and be like, yeah,
Right,
I
like,
love.
or feel any
bro. Like there's
You
so
can
many
watch
things.
One Piece and love the government and be like, yeah, I love the Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
no, no,
like
no.
bro,
Marines.
One Piece. Like if you're watching One Piece, like I saw that like someone
A lot of
said
people are talking about
like
that.
oh like where would Luffy, which is funny actually to even think about this or say it out loud, but like what would Luffy think about like Israel and Palestine? What would Luffy think about the government now? Like, did you watch the fucking show?
Yeah,
Did you watch
I
Fisherman
haven't
Island?
watched any of One Piece, but I know Luffy is very anti-establishment.
Luffy is very, very fucking anti-establishment, and he's not like anti-establishment for the sake of being
Man,
anti-establishment.
establishment, it's
He's
like-
against what's wrong,
Wrong
He's
in the
experienced-
world.
he's
Yeah.
like,
experienced
okay,
it.
you shouldn't like. He's not like he's friends with a Marine.
Yeah.
he encouraged a Marine to be a
Be a
Marine.
Marine. Yeah.
But he was like, but if some fuck shit is happening, he's like, that's some fuck shit, and then he goes and fights
His
it.
grandpa's a Marine.
His grandpa is a Marine.
One of the best Marines to ever be. His grandpa's a beast.
like
But this goes back to what I was saying. When I
media
first-
literacy.
Media literacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas don't watch shit. It's just y'all just be fucking just and regurgitating it, but not savoring and not paying attention. Like to anything that's happening.
No, and it's gonna hit them real hard because we've seen the dirty cops in episode 2 have a Punisher logo tattooed on them.
Yes.
I'm so excited for y'all Punisher dick riders and y'all propaganda niggas to fucking get that shit in y'all faces. Because Punisher hates cops.
They're getting it through 2 types of medium because they're getting it through that and then the Ultimates comic book that just came out. What was that, issue 10 or 11? I forget.
So it's real life too. Like, because
Oh my God. They use his logo. It's literally ran by neo-Nazis.
Okay, so in Punisher, in Daredevil, there's some dirty cops has Punisher tattoos as like a solidarity thing. Well, and so that mirrors real life because a lot of cops and a lot of cop lovers,
the skull, Blue Lives Matter,
blue line.
So which is why Marvel had ended up changing the Punisher logo because of that. Because the Punisher is another person who's anti-establishment because he's been fucked over by all establishments numerous fucking times.
And then the new issue of the Ultimates, they have his skull. It's red from the Red Skulls, and it's a group of neo-Nazis. They use his skull to do their dirty work.
I saw some. Oh, you go, Wes, because you've been trying to make a point. Oh,
Matt's got you.
Why would anybody?
Oh yes, Daddy.
Why would anybody that's like a vigilante be pro cop? Because clearly they don't think the cops are doing a good enough job. Like
It's honestly right in there. And then also, if you're a cop, let me just say, let's just say this. Let's just say this. If you're a cop, why would you be associated with a vigilante? Or why would you identify with vigilantism?
Yeah.
Like, that's not your job. You have a job.
What I could take that as is it's because when you see the Punisher in season 2, his main thing is I've got to be the one to put this person down because I don't want to see them cause any more destruction. And Matt was saying that's not a decision for me and you to make. That's for the law to make. I could see a cop thinking themselves being like, you know what? I got the power. I'm the one that makes the decision. So I'm going to stop this person that I think is bad and I'll be the one to do it. So I'm going to use the Punisher logo to justify that because I agree with what the Punisher says, completely misrepresenting it. There was somebody on Twitter that saw what Nick was talking about in the comics right now, saying the writers are fucking ruining the Punisher symbol and mistreating him and everything that he misrepresents. I went off on him. I was saying, do you know the Nazis?
Don't understand,
not at all. The Nazis stole their symbol. A swastika isn't a Nazi symbol; it's a symbol for something else that the Nazis took. Their salute that they do,
Egyptian.
The salute that they do is a Roman salute. They took it from Roman salute. Like they take shit and misrepresent it.
But it's like
typical.
Like even with that, like for me personally, I don't know about you guys, but every time I've ever heard of cops doing some vigilante shit, they always did something completely evil or like something completely like
that's not
up.
vigilante shit because vigilantes aren't evil.
But like I fucking there was a girl we went to school with.
It reminds me of Stain on.
There was a girl we went to school with, and her dad was a cop, and I think like she got robbed or they stole her cell phone or something like that, and this dude was texting his friends, calling them the N-word. Like, these N-words did something, stole from my daughter. We're going to go get him, blah, blah, blah. Somehow ended up in that. I don't remember what happened with that, but he ended up in court or some shit like that. But like,
yeah, not getting anywhere.
We can read lips. It's fine.
He's saying text it to him.
Put your mics down. Notoriano. I'm pretty sure it was Nicole's dad.
You didn't even put your mic far enough away from you.
You started pointing towards him.
I know, but I remember seeing something like that, or like I remember there was something about like some cops doing that shit in like in the South somewhere. Like they had a vigilante group, and they went and killed some guy. Like bro, they're just like, well, it doesn't make sense how much people like. How does your fucking brain work?
It doesn't. It doesn't at all.
And to all this point, sorry, Nick.
No, go ahead. You go first.
To Antonio's point, when I've watched the first season of Daredevil, just because I like to make connections in real life, as Fisk was getting up there, moving up, getting Fisk Tower, I was like, this feels kind of like Trump. Like, that's kind of where my mind was going to. But it didn't, like, it wasn't on the nose to the point where it could just be anybody, because he was just a white, rich guy that was taking advantage of the system. That could be anybody. This season,
The allegory.
I feel like it's on the nose. It is on
But the thing is,
nose.
the nose. The show was shot before all of the new election happened,
And I don't
it's
think this is like
this is
necessary.
literally
Go ahead,
just
my
a
bad.
coincidence.
I think it's not necessarily a new thing where like people are divided on a corrupt guy becoming mayor or something. That's not a new concept.
when it started-
because that's literally in the Batman.
when
thing
it
that
I was
started
about to
getting to
say.
me, when I was like, this feels too on the nose, is
oh no, it's
one
good.
moment is when they were in their little election room.
Mhm.
There's that guy who's played by Tony Soprano's
He
son.
did a good job too.
When he started saying it, Fisk went up to him and was like, why do you think that I should be mayor? Like, what would you want?
He's gonna so
About-
die.
He just said, because like Fisk is mayor? That's so cool. Like, isn't
because
that
you
awesome?
get you get
Like-
shit done.
Yeah, and then
That's
he's like,
gonna-
you'll get
he's
shit
gonna
done.
die.
I think
and
that's
so,
his son.
and then Fisk was like,
You think that's his son?
I like I
That
like
is-
this. And he feels like an Elon type of dude, or like a typical
Can't wait to
right
vote.
I
leaning
think-
like millennial or Gen
I
Z.
think that kid is. A lot of people have been speculating that that's his son. I think that is his son. I think he resents him and wants to
Wait,
get
wait,
him,
say-
build
wait,
him up.
wait,
So
say it,
he,
say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
I think that is his son. That one kid is his son. What's his name in the show?
Jamie.
Fucking super hyped
Yeah,
supporter.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
Super hyped supporter played by
Something Gandolfini. I don't know his name.
the
James
Soprano guy's son.
Yeah.
I think that is Wilson Fisk's son. I think he resents him and hates him, actually. I think he's building him up, building, and I think he's slowly going to destroy him from the inside out.
What?
the
Lear
kid is
just
going
set
to
you
do
up.
that to Fisk?
Hmm?
You're saying the kid's doing that to Fisk?
Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
just know that
my thought.
the way that they said that they found old dude was that he garnered like 2,000 signatures for Fisk.
Yeah.
Now,
Again,
one-
you gotta work towards shit.
One more like thing that points to why I think it's on the nose to today's politics is when Fisk was talking to, it was either the one cop or the BB, he was saying how his dad really looked up to a previous mayor and how the mayor was doing a good job years ago. I was just waiting for him to say, I want to make New York great again. Like, I want to make New York the same way it was back then.
But he did say that, like in like
He was getting
before he
pretty
get that-
close.
when he
dude.
get-
I
when he
will
get that
say
fake
pretty
smile.
close.
I want to defend Fisk to an extent. I love listening to Tiffany when we're recording because she's fucking so cute.
Okay.
I want to defend Fisk. I feel like Fisk in all the seasons, except for Hawkeye and Echo. I want to say Fisk thinks he's doing the right thing.
Oh, of course.
I mean, everyone technically
No,
thinks they're doing the
no,
right
but
thing.
it's different. You know,
Yeah.
some villains are just super villainous and don't.
Thanos.
You know what I'm saying? Like Thanos is just.
He was after the pussy.
You know what I'm saying? Like he thinks he's doing the right thing, but no, bro, you're killing the world. You know
Oh,
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
talking about comic book Thanos.
Oh yeah, him too.
He was just
but
after the
both were
pussy.
just,
I
it's
mean,
just
I don't know
evil.
what he did to Ben, man.
Yes,
And
yes, but
yeah,
I
but
think
that's a means to an end.
that's a yeah.
no,
that's a
it's just
means
the way
to an
that you
end.
go about
Found
stuff
it.
will make you evil.
More evil, but I don't think he wants to kill these people. I don't think he wanted to kill Ben, but Ben was gonna out his
No,
shit.
I mean,
I don't think he cares.
He didn't. He
Yeah,
didn't
I don't think
want
he
to.
cares.
Want to,
I feel
but-
like
Maybe I'm
he
giving him
doesn't
too
care.
much because I do love him.
He's a
one
major
time y'all will
character.
see me defend a villain. Okay,
We're gonna
No, I
we're
get it.
gonna
I
we're
get
gonna we're gonna come back to that because
Yeah, I
there's
don't-
there's a quote and like that's why I like that fucking that Castlevania show because
yeah, I'm gonna
keeps
start. I'm gonna
it
start
keeps-
that today.
it keeps making me think about shit. But
I'm gonna start
there's
that
a-
today.
there's a quote and it said something about like no man desires evil, and what the quote means is that like nobody thinks that they're doing the wrong thing.
Wrong thing.
Like for the most part, like even people that are even people that are doing bad things have a reason for why they're doing it.
Yes, and I think that's That's been Kingpin's thing since season 1. He's always just wanted to just make New York better, and never for the villain. Like even when he was the Kingpin, he was trying to do shit and lean. Like he was trying to get all the criminal organizations to work as one and try to stay away from certain shit and trying to do certain shit. Like he's always been. his journey, like, yeah, he's done some foul shit, but in his head, think he's doing the best for New York City. You know what I'm saying? And kind of like how Penguin also, in the Penguin TV show, like they are the hero of their story. And I hope I'm saying this properly, but like it's nice to see what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but you see like the family upbringing and like what they're doing, and you can't, not on their side, but you can kind of see from their point of view on why they're trying to go so hard in this one particular direction, you know, especially in Kingpin's case. Like, you know, he stopped what he was doing and said, fix this shit. You know what I'm saying? He's actually trying to take action to be a man of the people.
But was that manipulative, though?
Yeah,
That's
see,
the thing. We never know.
I mean, at least in this season so far.
Yeah, it's been 2 episodes.
Well, with this season so far, in these 2 episodes, that he can go about it a different way, but he's only going about it like, I mean, he did blackmail the police
I'm
commissioner.
about to say he's still shiesty.
He's still,
Yeah.
And that scene was cold too. That scene
Yeah.
was cold as hell the way he
I like
described
this.
that. And
This is
also-
what I
I'm
got.
scared of that police
Also,
commissioner, though.
I was like-
he said, okay, I got you.
No, he
I
came
said,
in there.
"Oh,
He came in there.
shit."
10. He came on there like,
Yeah,
yo,
mad
B,
respect for him.
I'm not fucking with you. No, because he
No,
did that
but
at
then-
the funeral.
But
was-
he said, like, when he blackmailed him, he was like,
Oh yeah.
okay, I'ma stay.
No,
But I
that's
got
because
that
you don't know.
asshole.
Because
I
you
said,
don't know
"Oh,
what Fisk
shit."
is gonna do. You don't know what he's gonna do. Is he going to either expose the illegitimate kid or kill the family? You know, it's Kingpin.
It is the
So you don't
Kingpin,
know
yeah.
what's going on. And also another thing that I like about this this dude, what's it called on Born Again, is that he's trying to get rid of vigilantes, but he's doing it like the legal way, where it's like outlawing vigilantes, outlawing people in the mask. Also, in not season 1, in episode 2, we get to see White Tiger. And White
So
Tiger.
excited. I'm
Caucasian
so
tiger.
excited.
And I didn't really know anything about White Tiger, but I looked him up after the episode and everything. So what is it? I guess it's an amulet that gives them
his power.
gives them
Yeah.
his powers and
R.I.P.
everything.
R.I.P. to the actor.
R.I.P. Yeah.
Yeah,
R.I.P. the actor.
That
He
really
passed in
sucks. That sucks.
2023.
Yeah.
He passed in 2023.
They've been
But,
shooting the show for a while.
Even
like
the
4 years,
introduction,
my guy.
even the introduction to White Tiger and the way that he like jumped forward when he thought somebody was getting harassed. Well, he was getting harassed by people, and they ended up being
By the
dirty
cops.
cops. And then one of the cops ended up dying, getting smashed. by
In
the
a
other.
really awesome one.
That shit was awesome. And then
I love that.
the other one arrested him and everything. But this whole dynamic of I wonder how they're gonna do that. Like this whole dynamic of like trying to get him off, and then
But
the 2
'cause
cops.
that's what
are dead.
Daredevil's saying.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a court case.
Which
in
I
the show.
love because
Yeah.
I
always
fuck-
gonna be a
yeah,
court
we
case.
love-
Actually, I do love this about the.
I love
do
court
love about
stuff.
these 2 episodes because it seems like it's going more into the legal side
I like
of
that.
Daredevil.
But that's how
like a
season
little bit
2
more
was.
dramatic.
Season 2 was just a giant ass legal battle
Yeah.
with the hands sprinkled in.
Yeah. But we
Um,
need that. That's kind of like when you watch a Batman movie and you get none of the detective.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, or Arrow was like that a lot. Like if
You saw it.
I loved Arrow. And it was like it became like it gradually got into like a political thing because Arrow becomes mayor or whatever. And there was a lot of lawyer stuff sprinkled in too because Black Canary was a lawyer and stuff. So it was like superhero law.
Yeah.
And then
It was good.
Back to superhero. I love Arrow.
It was a lot of fun.
I will always defend Arrow.
But we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
For,
One
Oh,
more.
wait, wait,
I'm gonna say a critique.
I could do 12:45.
Okay.
All right.
I will say a critique, and then we could stop on that.
I still got some shit.
The CGI is a Disney CGI.
but I'm gonna.
I like the fight. I like that
I heard.
I like that fight.
I think me and Matt talked about it at work,
Mhm.
where I was like,
Oh my god, they're working
but
together.
it's like they're sprinkling it because the Netflix was very down to earth realism,
Yeah,
and then
couldn't see
Disney
how it
Plus
was
was
around.
like, we get that part.
but we have
But
to put our.
you have to understand, like, this is still a comic book character.
Yeah.
So here's this comic book, unrealistic, fucking flinging around the city.
that was
as a
making
blind
me
man.
so.
Bro, he had 20 arrows in.
I'm gonna
not
say-
arrows, 20 knives in.
Yeah, that was wild.
that was
sweet.
dope.
I will say, when I was watching that first part, as it kept going, I just kept saying, "It's MCU now. We got to get used to this. It's in the MCU now. Just be fine with it." But since
or even the mask dropping. I said y'all could have done
See,
that.
the part that got me
so much
was when he was
better.
running on the roof. When he's running on the roof,
I couldn't
but
see him.
with the
Watch
context of me thinking that first part was completely shoot in, like they probably had little bits time
Yeah.
because after that scene, everything looks great.
Looked
Like everything looks great. That
Batman
final
fucking
fight
in
was-
Arkham
woo.
City, fucking just swinging around. I was
Yeah,
like,
it
what
looked
the
really
fuck?
goofy.
But like I said, I let it go because I was like, they have to have that comic book ism in there.
Yeah.
Because Daredevil do be doing that. Like when he landed on the fucking roof behind Bullseye, that was fire.
Yeah, that was
Even him
sick.
chucking him off the
That
roof.
was
I was
sick.
like, when he
I wasn't
threw Bullseye off
expecting
the
that.
roof,
Woo! I did not expect
he
that.
just was sitting there.
Oh my
Of course,
God.
he's blind, so he's
Awesome.
looking wherever he wants.
What's up, Wes?
When he chucked him off the roof.
Yeah, he fucking,
Here we go.
he fucking just, ooh,
Dude,
then he hit
he-
that ground.
Oh,
But,
that was so crazy.
Oh, okay. All right. Nah.
But yeah, so anyway,
It's not that M.
No.
Speaking of comics,
Speaking of comics, and then
Comics.
corruption and Nazis and vigilantes.
You want me to go
and
first?
Cop,
and
yeah.
White Knights.
Yeah, you go first.
All right, yo.
Okay.
So I had
Bebop Book Club.
It's time for the Bebop Book Club.
Yeah.
We can make
that.
that.
Bebop.
Mine's a book.
I had Batman White Knight, and
Why do you look like that?
bro, this was name Sean Murphy.
Nigga
Yeah,
look
Sean
like a
Murphy.
falcon.
Yo,
Yeah. Did he draw it too? His
I don't
artwork-
know if he drew it.
I'm
It's,
pretty sure he did the art. His
It
artwork.
said,
yeah.
illustrations by.
I didn't what's it called that. It don't say.
Do you
that
guys have
part.
any more of these? Can I have one? I am parched. Soda.
Right.
Is that Starry still over there?
Is there a Starry in the corner over on the counter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Could you put it over some ice for me, Daddy?
Service.
He ain't say no. But
Service with
Right.
the
Let me stop. Kelsey go fucking
In the
fly
middle-
over here from Ann Arbor and choke
Yeah.
me out.
I
But
think
yeah,
I think
Who
I
bought
seen
you, Daddy?
I think I seen like I seen like probably 5 or 6 Batman movies and comic book movies, animated movies, and seeing them in Justice League. This might be. I was literally thinking about this last night because I watched a breakdown of it after I got done reading it. This might be number one, and it
Wow.
was debate.
Wow.
It was between this one
This
It is
nigga
and
very
Under the
good.
Red Hood.
He read one book. This is my favorite book.
I'll let you get. No, we have to
Never
let.
let you get that.
We have to get each other the jokes off, man. 'Cause, yeah, I called your forehead big, so it's only right. It's not a woo moment. It's it's friendly banter.
right.
But
anyway,
overall,
yeah.
That's
Yo.
shade. I called your forehead, man.
They
Yo.
can't see my forehead. I don't care what you say.
No, last episode it was out. It was out. Just let me
Doubling down.
Let me just go on.
Just go on to the
about this
comic.
book. Yo,
Man, don't you got to play to go to?
I do
Get out
gotta
the-
play.
get the
I
fuck
do
outta
gotta
here.
play to go to.
Yeah.
Yo, you. Side note, yo. So I got my haircut yesterday. Obviously, I went home. My girl calling me Mexican and shit.
Oh, wait. What does this have to do with the White
I
Knight?
said it was a side note.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that part.
But yeah, top over Under the Red Hood. That was my top one for a minute. That shit.
Oh, the
was,
Under the Red Hood movie?
Yes, that shit was so
That's a
good.
very good movie.
That and
My favorite
Doomsday.
right now.
That and Doomsday. I gotta watch. I gotta watch Husk, and I gotta watch
Hush was really good, actually.
Hush was good.
and I gotta. What's the Dracula one? I want to watch that one. But this one was just, and I'm glad that we kind of tied it in with the Daredevil breakdown, because there's a lot of stuff in Daredevil, especially with Kingpin, that kind of goes into Jack Napier or Joker. So basically, Batman is like Batman and Joker running through the city doing their regular thing, fucking shit up, and Joker. This is a different continuity. So like Joker is he takes some pills to like calm down and everything because he wants to really like.
Prozac.
Now, hey, it might be. They never said what the pills are. It might be, and he might have ED too.
Oh,
He might have it. It kind of makes him. It knocks the Joker shit out of him. So he like calms down. It becomes like
Whole time Joker just needed some pussy.
yo, and that's the shit. As soon as
He
the
was
nigga,
getting it.
as soon as the nigga calm down, he wants to become a councilman. He like, yo, Batman's tearing up the city. He's destroying. He's fucking up the whole city.
The thing is, if you read the comic, my man's makes sense. No, I'm talking. Mike's like, what the fuck?
Oh no, exactly. And that's the funny part. And this was in Civil War too. When Avengers mess up the whole city, who the fuck got to pay for that? Who's paying for that? The
taxpayers.
The taxpayers. So
well,
we
who's
tired
gonna
of
be
Batman.
paying for it if we let these fucking alien niggas take over the whole
finish
city?
the book. You gotta let me finish the book.
All right.
But no, you're right. It gets into that. But yeah. So he goes to the Gotham City Police and say, "Yo, Batman's tearing up the city, especially this place called it's called Backport, but it's predominantly African Americans there, so they call it Blackport, which was
God
cool.
damn.
But no, he goes.
Why do we always catch strays? Even in
No,
comic
because
books?
it's true. It's true. It's so fucking true.
You know,
They tear up these minority areas. Minority, not what's
'cause that's where the drugs are done and everything.
and they said, yo, Batman comes there and be fucking people up. Yo, you selling the eighth on the corner, Batman fucking you up. He is. And then he don't gotta explain it. Cause he's fucking Batman. He don't answer to nobody. He a vigilante. He's above the police. So Joker or Jack Napier, he's tired of that. And I like this one. I like this story because it shows Joker really like he has his other motives other than getting rid of Batman or trying to get one over on Batman. He's really caring for the
Batman
city.
killing this?
Did I see Batman kill some? I wouldn't be opposed
He
to
gets
that.
really close to it.
Yeah, he says he doesn't kill, but bro, it's causing billions of dollars worth of damage. He's driving his fucking Batmobile on somebody's roof, trying to chase Joker down on a fucking tricycle.
I'm pretty sure
Like,
somebody
like,
died.
Joker was on a scooter.
Exactly.
Pretty sure someone died.
And Joker's not doing no destruction, and he has this whole plan
He's
out.
causing the destruction.
No, literally,
Not in this
Joker is
one.
not causing
He's
any
not
of the
control-
This nigga is
But,
running.
but he
if
is-
Joker,
but he is
no,
robbing
it's
banks,
indirectly.
But he is
Yeah.
robbing banks and everything. Like that's kind of how he got like one of his Harleys and everything.
But it's indirectly. If Joker wouldn't be
I'm not gonna
Joker,
tell the whole story because I'm being
If Joker would stop being Joker, Batman wouldn't have to fucking.
No,
Well,
but that's the
that's-
thing that they go into the book.
That's his point. Is like no matter what, Batman
He
acts
needs that
as
shit.
if
He'll
he
cause
does,
the problem.
but he acts as if there is no law above him because like as he's chasing the Joker, who is on a scooter, mind you, on a scooter, and Batman is in a tank-like car,
Hitting
while-
everything possible.
hitting everything. Barbara's sitting next to him like, bro, calm the fuck down. Like, he's on a scooter, and like Batman goes right through construction workers.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
if Dick
He
didn't
injured
drive through and like push one of them out, like save
would've
one of
killed
them, like they
him.
would
He
have been
would've caught
fucked.
a body.
And Batman again he didn't say anything, he didn't care, he was laser focused. The whole point was Joker's doing this to show Gotham that the only thing that matters to Batman is catching villains.
bad guys.
Gotham itself
yeah,
no
yeah.
longer matters.
So basically, Joker gets on the side of the Gotham City Police, and he gets on the side of people, and they're going to elect him councilman and everything.
God.
But and
do
then
they know he's Joker?
they know he's Joker. That's why some people.
Wow.
That's why like that's why I said that pulls that parallel to Fist, because some people are on the fence, like, bro, it's fucking Joker. And then some people like, well,
he has a good point.
yeah, he has a good point.
He says it like
he
it is.
actually wanted. He says it like he actually went to Blackport with no security, with no what's it called. So the people saw him and was like,
Oh, this ain't
somebody coming
nothing.
down here and
And
telling
this was
us-
written before Trump. It's like Trump.
This
watched-
was
But
written
it's
a while
people-
ago.
it's-
This is
I think
like,
it's
did
a
Trump
thing- it's
read a bunch of
society
comic
thing.
books and be like, this is how I'm gonna win this shit?
It's a
He
society thing.
misinterpreted it
People
himself. He's like,
respect power.
Empowering me. You know, I should do this.
People respect power. But anyway, no. So he gets the Gotham City on his side. He actually gets Nightwing and Batgirl on his side. So they want up to arrest Batman and have him work with them instead of like, yo, you're basically answering to yourself. You're not answering to nobody. So like, he got Batgirl, Nightwing on his side. So they go and arrest Batman, and they finally do it. But one of the Joker's Harleys, because he has, I didn't got time to explain the other. I don't got time to explain the other Harleys, but one of them,
Like Harley Quinn.
yeah, he has. She's Neo Joker. She's Neo Joker, and then the one that he has on his side is the I think she's the original Harley Quinn. So Neo Joker ends up stealing this weapon from Freeze and ends up like messing up the whole city. Mr. Freeze ends up messing up the whole city.
Which kind of like the plot from the Batman and Robin movie. Mr. Freeze did build that big freeze cannon.
So anyway, she ends up stealing the cannon and everything, and they don't have nobody to go stop her. So they like, we kind of need Batman. Joker, you got to get cool with Batman. So they end up getting cool, and
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, stopping the whole plan, obviously. And this is the thing. At the end, it's the only thing that I wish. I kind of wish that Joker died, because it kind of would have had like held the weight, kind of like how the end of Dark Knight was, and they had the Harvey Dent plan. Well, I don't know what the law was called or anything, but Joker ends up kind of saving the city, and Batman ends up revealing his identity to Commissioner Gordon, because obviously they just wanted like, I want to say it's more than, I say it was more than like trust, but like they want Batman to understand like, yo, you're basically destroying the city. You're answering to nobody. You're not even answering the Nightwing and Batgirl.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're just doing shit because of do shit. But what was his final catalyst was Alfred passing, and Alfred like honestly giving his life up for Batman. So that kind of like made him reveal himself to Commissioner Gordon, give him a little bit of trust. It was a good ass story.
Yeah, they
Batman stories. I see why a lot of people love Batman, because his stories, his writers, they fucking care about whatever
I
they
will
put
say
on
that I
screen.
feel like in a lot of the comic books that I've read, I think Batman's lore is the most digestible and is the most understandable. And my only thing is, I said this last time I was on, that like I feel like he can't be happy, but I feel like for the most part, a lot of people understand at the core who Batman is. Batman is not I guess, yeah, he's just traumatized and just a person with probably BPD. But he's just a person who wants to do right. And like and it's not like his criminals aren't like criminals like, like, I don't know, like everyday criminals that we see. These niggas be actually doing some shit. Like Joker be fucking some shit up.
Joker really do. I think like
Onomatopoeia be fucking doing some weird shit.
Onomatopoeia is a Green Arrow villain.
He's both.
Yeah, but he was created by Kevin Smith too.
Yeah, I know.
I love that.
I love that.
But like y'all were saying, like the people who write Batman good, they write him good.
No, yeah.
Like in the Batman on Two Earths, Crisis on Two Earths movie, the animated, when Batman has to fight his counterpart Owlman.
Yeah.
And like Owlman teleported to the moon, and they had to open up the portal, and so Batman tricks the Flash from Earth 2. Because mind you, Earth 2's Justice League are all villains, the crime syndicate. So the Earth 1 Flash is like, I can go fast enough, like I'll open, and Batman tricks him. He's like, you're not fast enough. Like Johnny Quick right here, he's fast enough. He can open the portal. He goes, sorry, you got to sit this one out.
The last
Does
thing on
this motherfucker teleports. This a little bit of spoiler, but I love Batman stuff sometimes. Goes to the moon, beats the bricks off of Owlman, and he's like, bro, the shit he says to him when he's beating the bricks, he's like, bro, we both looked into the abyss, but you blinked. And then he's like, and I ain't got to save you. And the bomb blows up and kills Owlman. And then Batman gets back, and then Johnny Quick stops running, and he is aged dramatically.
Yeah.
He's like in his 80s,
He
90s.
knew it was going to kill him.
He knew it would kill the Flash, so he had Johnny Quick
Do it instead.
So it's like, bro, like when you write Batman, you write Batman.
And also, Batman at its core is the biggest optimist. Like, for as much shit as Gotham goes through and how irredeemable that city is, because that city is cursed. Like, I don't know, a lot of people know that the
It's
city
dark
is
all the
cursed.
time, yeah.
No.
Fucking night
It's
all
like
the time.
Crime
You
City.
so
in Fortnite.
annoying.
Ugh.
But there's a story. I can't think of the name of it.
Curse of the White Knight.
Is that what it is?
Oh no, it's actually just the next book.
Oh, okay. But there is
I have it.
there's a story about the lore of Gotham. Gotham is cursed. So that's why no matter what Batman does, no matter how hard he fights, that city is just irredeemable. It's because the city is cursed. But Batman at his core is such an optimist and just wants so much better for the city that raised him, that killed his parents. You know what I'm saying? At his core, he's the biggest optimist. And that's, I think, why I love the character so much. Because he raises essentially the best Guardians. He raises the best superhero, Nightwing, the smartest person with Tim and Barbara. You know, he raises
the biggest dickheads with Jason
and
Damian.
I want to talk about Jason.
Oh,
because,
that shit.
Because
Jason in it?
Joker, not really, but he's a catalyst of why Batman acts why he acts.
Okay.
So Joker, it's the whole backstory. You know, he captured Jason Todd and everything. So it did the whole beating and torture.
Crowbar.
So he wanted no crowbar. No, it was no crowbar. They didn't show the crowbar. He had like a razor and like was about to cut himself. He wanted to know Batman's true identity, so he got one up on him. And Jason broke and he told him, yo, it's Bruce.
Mhm.
So he made it look like he killed Jason. But Jason, he let him go. Joker didn't kill Jason. He let him go. So Jason is just out there avoiding Batman. Well, becoming red, but avoiding Batman. So Batman thinks in his head, the reason why one reason why he hates Joker so much, he think that he killed him.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
shit.
interesting.
But Joker made him believe that.
He killed him.
He did not let him know. And then he ends up, the thing that really broke him is he told him what Jason's final words were before he let him go.
But I think that's another reason why he actually revealed himself.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what also broke him.
You're
And
right.
like,
You're right.
because he told him, he's like, his last thing he said before I let him go was, my biggest regret was ever meeting Bruce Wayne. And like Dick says, like Jason Todd in this iteration is the first Robin.
Yeah.
And like Dick is explaining they're at the grave, and Barbara's like, "Who's like Jason? Like, did you know him?" And Dick is like, "That's the first Robin." And Bruce seen him like a son. Like he's the one he really cared for and really poured his love into.
Oh, wow.
And so for him to be in that car and for the Joker to tell him, Jason Todd said he regretted ever meeting you. Just
Damn.
fucking shattered him.
Does Jason show his face? Show up eventually?
No,
He's not in
there's
there.
a
That's
continuation. There's a Red Hood, but I haven't gotten that far yet.
That's why I do want to read the second one because well, I don't think he's in the second one, is he?
No, it's Curse of the White Knight. So we got Azrael.
Miller.
Azrael.
Okay, I thought you said
Azrael,
Ezra.
the other superhero.
Yeah, he takes Batman's mantle for a time. In the main storyline, when Bane breaks his back, they still need a Batman to go out, and so
Batman.
Azrael does, but he gets a little dark with it, starts killing. So they have to go stop him.
Well, Nick, thank you for suggesting
Not a
that.
problem.
You know, I
It's a
love
great
White Knight
storyline.
stories.
Great one. I like that one.
Yeah.
How far does that span?
They've
at-
got a lot going. They still
Really?
they get into Batman Beyond.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great.
Wow.
Whoever wants, like you finished. Did you finish yours, Mike?
What?
Did you finish your comic book? Yours was 5 issues.
What'd you call me?
Persia. Sorry.
Slap the shit out of you, bro.
Hey, I did good on the last episode. All right, I did good on the last episode. I'm proud. Of
Yeah, I finished mine.
all right, I'm about to say
Mine is beautiful.
go next because Antonio, mind you, I did give Antonio his on Thursday, and his is the longest.
Yeah, that's
I'll
issue.
probably finish on my next.
Mine is called
year.
The Many Deaths of Layla Starr. It is an Indian one.
All right. Nope. We're not doing that.
Okay,
We're
so
never popping off.
look, so mine is about the goddess of death, and it's the Indian goddess of death, and she is death. She gets fired from her job as death because someone is going to be born who creates immortality. So they're like, we're not going to need you anymore. So-
I can't work till he get here.
He was born. They fired him when they fired her when she was born. And so, like, she's mad as fuck. I read it during Women's Month. I don't know when it came out. So like she gets fired and then she goes and gets sent down, or like she doesn't. I guess she chooses to go down to Earth as a human. Like she gets incarnated into the body of a girl who like committed suicide, like at a party.
At
And,
a
like,
party.
and I think this girl died at the same time that the kid that's gonna create immortality was born. And then so like she wakes up in the same hospital that he was born in, and there's a ghost there, and the ghost like is talking to her. And there was a part that was funny as fuck. Like the ghost is talking to her, like the ghost is like, "What the fuck? You can see me?" And then she was like, "Yeah, I used to be the goddess of death." And she's like, "Well, what happened?" And she told her whatever. And then she was like, "Some kid's gonna create immortality, but I gotta stop him before he does, so I can get my job back, basically." And then so she finds the baby.
Oh, she about to dance. She about to.
Yeah, she picks up the baby and goes to choke it. And then like
Getting up and choking the baby.
Well, the ghost is like, "You're gonna kill a baby because you got fired." And then they're just like,
bitch.
yeah. That's what she was like. There was like a silence, and then she was like, "Yes," like that. She was like, "That's fucking terrible." And then so she finds the baby, and then she kills it, or like no, she doesn't kill it. She tries to kill her.
What would you read?
Well, to be fair, as a person who likes Attack on Titan hardcore,
no.
this is about on Persia.
No. She tries to. Ain't no babies. Well, never mind. She tries to kill it, but then she's like, I can't do it. And then the ghost is like, yeah, it's not the same. Like maybe as an immortal, like there was meaningless to you to do that, but like it's when you're a mortal, yeah, like when you're a mortal, you feel something when you're like taking a life or something like that. And she's like, and she can't do it. Then the guards burst in and they were like, wasn't she just dead? Like, because her dead body was in the hospital and then they were looking for her. So then they were like, what the fuck? And then they were like, put that baby down. And then she ran out of a door in front of a bus and got killed.
Oh shit!
And then the god of life brought her back. And then the god of life brought her back. Like he was bringing back death technically, because he's like, I love you. Like life loves death. Like he said, he told death like I'm nothing without you. So whatever. Like I have to keep bringing you back. So no, bringing her back as a mortal, like bringing her body back.
It's not the spirit.
It's
of
not
Layla,
the
it's
goddess.
body.
Yeah. It's like the goddess of death just keeps coming back as this girl.
Okay.
I mean, I know we're not at the end, but like, is she gonna get like a third chance and a fourth chance?
Yes,
Like, what if
it's called The Many Deaths of Layla Starr.
I was wondering when the mini deaths came in. Like,
Yeah, she dies a bunch of times, so she keeps encountering this kid, and like I think maybe I just think too deeply about like concepts, because I can read shit, I can see shit as it's coming for the most part. So like when I was reading this, I was like, oh, I get where this is going, because the main kid, his name is Darius. When like she encounters him again when he's 7, and he became friends with like a in India they have like a caste system. Basically they have a hardcore class system.
Mm-hmm.
Caste.
That's
But
what it's
like
called.
they have a hardcore class system where like they just like
if you ain't
it's-
in that bracket,
yeah, like get the
Yeah,
fuck away
it's
from
really
me.
bad.
So they have a worker who's like picks their fruit and like does that kind of shit. And Darius is a kid, so he doesn't understand why this guy isn't treated right. And the guy ends up passing, like, but he spends like his whole summer with this guy, like whatever, like, you know, he sits on his shoulder, like
that's his daddy.
yeah, like he cares about this guy. And the guy ends up leaving when the summer's over, and then he dies. And then like, so he's really sad that this guy is dead or whatever, and like
Died
he
on
does
their property.
no, he just died later on. So then his sister or his daughter went to go tell the family that he died, and Darius overhears it. And then he's like, his parents are like, we sent them money, but we don't go to their funerals and like that kind of a thing. And then so the kid got mad and he was like, fuck that. And then he ran away from home and went to the funeral, and death popped up at the funeral. And then like she's sitting on the beach and she's talking to the kid, not realizing that's who the kid was. And then the kid was like, he's not coming back, is he? And then she's like, no, like that's not how that works. And then he was like, I'm sick of this, blah blah, runs off, has a little Sasuke moment. And then he fucking runs into the funeral. She realizes that's who it was, and then she ends up dying again. So throughout the story, basically what happens is like Darius ends up wanting to create immortality because he has a problem with letting go. Like he doesn't want to lose things or people, and she is the goddess of death, so she doesn't understand the impact that death has on mortals. Hey, shut up. So
I love y'all so much.
So she doesn't understand. So towards the end, they have a mutual understanding of each other. Cause like when she meets him and he's in his 30s, like he fucking hates her cause he lost he lost his business partner and his wife in the same week, both to cancer. And he saw her, and then by that point he realized who she was, because he also saw her when he was 20. And then like he realized that she never changed how she looked, and she only showed up right after someone died, which was like she didn't even realize that that's when she was showing up.
That little nigga.
She's not doing anything because she's not the goddess of death anymore. People are just dying, and she is just encountering him where he is. So she is just, but like she didn't even realize that she was showing up where she's showing up in his life after people died.
And he's
So
the new god of death, but he don't know it yet.
No, he's just a guy.
Okay.
But he like, so he is mad at her because he's like, he doesn't understand that she's not the goddess of death anymore. Like she's just there, but he knows that she's something. And he's like, fuck you. Like he was about to kill this bitch. He was like, bitch, I love my bitch, nigga. I love her to death, and you gonna kill her. and then his son comes in, and then like she ends up leaving or whatever, and then she dies. She dies in a temple after that, like, and then she comes back when he's an old man and he's dying. And then so towards the end, she spends a few days with him because she realizes, like, she tells him, like, I'm sorry, like, I understand what this means to you. It's just a natural part of life. Like, you don't have to, like, I'm not doing this, like, yada, yada, yada. She's empathizing with him. And he's like, no, I get it now. Like, because he ended up creating, she told him, like, when you were a baby, I was going to kill you, so you didn't create immortality. And he was like, Rah! He was like, that's what you're here for? And he was like, I created immortality, like, when I was 49, but I never used it because I realized, basically, he realized that the miracle, like, life is a miracle. Life is all of these things that happen, like, from between birth and death. Life is a miracle. You get to experience all these beautiful things or whatever, but you take them for granted. Because he said, like his son, he's estranged from his son because of how much time he spent trying to avoid death and trying to figure out how to beat it and and grieving, like, his losses and shit like that. Like, so now, yeah, kind of like, so now he's like, 20 years have passed. He missed out on, like, his son's life because of what he was dealing with in his own life. And now he has that regret. Like, he's like, that's not your fault. That's my fault. I didn't do things right. Like, I was too busy trying to avoid this thing. And so then they had, like, a mutual respect for each other and an appreciation for each other. And when he died, he ended up dying. He called his son came, they talked, yada, yada, yada. And, like, he ended up passing, and he thanked her when she left. Like, he was like, thank you for everything that you taught me, and blah, 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 and, like, yada, yada, yada. And he thanked her when she left. And then she ended up, like, it ends up, like, not on a cliffhanger, but it's like there's no clear definitive way that it ended. No, it doesn't say. Like, but she ends up getting with life, and then they, like, walk along the beach together, and, like, or I'm sorry, he gave her the key, he put whatever he created to defeat or to create immortality in a shoebox. And then he told her, can you take this shoebox and do what you want with it, when he died? And then she took it and just let it go into the ocean. And then that's why her and life were walking along the beach together. But I think it's like an allegory for, like, yeah, like life and death are very simple concepts, but it's like everything in the middle is what the miracle is. Like, that's what the beautiful part is. It is like all the good things and all the bad things and, like, everything at once. Like, it is all of those things. All the double cups, all the Nipsey jerseys, all the ski masks,
Exactly.
all the Latinos in the drive-thru, all the
That nigga almost got dropped.
It's part of life.
but it's part.
Stop fucking with me. Don't let the fucking homosexuality. I will fucking drop you. Anyway.
Take them glasses off, put some buffs on, nigga.
I can't afford.
I would love to see Antonio just in the Starbucks drive-thru with buffs on.
But no, it was honestly, it was very
Someone
beautiful.
got something I can
She's
borrow.
smoking that pat.
She was. It was. It was.
Why?
Because these niggas got to see.
It honestly was a beautiful thing, though.
It was. It sounds
So
like
you just coming in.
life. Oh, life is a beautiful thing. Life is a beautiful thing, man. So
It's a very beautiful thing. I understood the attachment thing, and then it had a quote in here that fucking smacked me, bro. That shit was beautiful. That shit is. It was something like it was a crow. She was talking to a crow. It was a car. You should have stayed in the car.
Persia and these crows, man.
I love crows, except for that deep voice one from Demon Slayer. That nigga haunts my nightmare. Hello. but the crow told her, because she still didn't understand like death and what it meant to mortals and stuff like that. And it said it was something along the lines of like to be witnessed and to be able to be remembered is what gives life meaning for like people. Like to be seen, that's the only way. That's the like we come like we're born and we die. Like we're here and then we're not. And the only thing that validates the fact that we were ever alive is other people. Like
word.
Yeah.
and like that is so like the impact that we have on other people, and like that is like really what gives our whole life meaning. And I think about that impacted me like a while ago. Like I realized that a long time ago, and that's another reason why I like art and like creation and like that kind of thing, because like someone through these kinds of things, and it doesn't just have to be art, but it's just like someone can be inspired or like motivated or whatever, touched deeply from your work, and you don't have to be here anymore.
Tupac
Like,
and Biggie.
one of the first like motivational speakers that I like ever listened to, I was watching his YouTube videos, and like it was like I knew the videos were old, like they were taken in like the 80s or the 90s.
The message was still the same.
But the message was deep. But then I realized, I looked him up after the fact, and I was like, he died like 5 years ago. And I was like, damn, that's fucking crazy. Like someone can impact you in the present and they don't even have to be here anymore. And like that is like that is like the epitome of like what it means to be a person. Like you are validated. Your life is validated just by like other people.
Have you seen the movie Whiplash?
Ah.
Is that the drum one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rewatched it last night with my friend, and there's a conversation they have at the dinner table that's kind of almost verbatim what you're talking about, where it's like the family, and they're all talking about the sports football guy, like, yeah, you're fucking doing good. And then the drummer's like, yeah, I'm first core in this like really big drum line. And everybody's like, yeah, or whatever. Like they don't give a shit. So when he starts arguing with them, the older guy's like, so do you have any friends? He's like, nope. And he's like, yeah, well, like, then what are you going to do? And he's like, because I'm going to be remembered by people. Like I want to be in like years from now, people are still talking about my name and still looking up to me, instead of, oh yeah, remember that one guy that played JV varsity high school football? Yeah, he was all right. And it was like a compelling thing because the main,
It's all right.
the main like point that I can't remember his name, but the main character was going through was, as he was trying to be
Miles
this best
Teller.
drummer, he broke up with his girlfriend saying, you're going to hold me back. He didn't try getting any friends.
believe
He
in
just
my
only
dreams,
focused
bitch.
on drumming. And then when he got out of drumming, he started finding his way and started getting back with his dad and tried reaching out to people again. And it's
Wait,
a
so
very
his dad
interesting
wasn't
thing.
J.K. Simmons?
No, his dad, J.K. Simmons was the drum like instructor.
The-
Why you let
or-
a nigga talk to you like that? That's not your dad.
Dude, I was
that nigga demanded.
You should see what else he did.
He
Oh, man.
demanded perfection, boy.
Wait, you've never
Was
seen
not-
that movie?
No, I never seen
That
Whiplash.
nigga
I
was
wanna see
not-
Whiplash.
Whiplash will give you anxiety, bro.
It
I'm gonna
does.
watch it.
Like that shit is
It's
wild. Like it's a good movie, but like
phenomenal
it
movie.
shows the intensity of just like you being
It's
interested in
very
your art.
real.
Yeah.
It is super real.
Good-
Anyway.
One thing on Layla Starr, I know I didn't read it, but if he was in America, he would have sold that shit. That immortal shit, he would have sold that shit. As soon as he found out about it, that shit would have been on the market. The next day.
India is just as capitalistic.
If not worse.
Yeah, they be on some bullshit. They got 1 billion people there, bro.
Yeah.
If you see like their main city, it looks like super futuristic, technologically advanced to the craziest high, and then all the surrounding areas is like
Poor.
nothing. Like,
They
Yeah.
nothing.
they be on some.
No, Dubai is Middle
Dubai is
East.
Arab.
Emirates, United
Yeah.
Nations.
Yeah. All right.
That shit was.
But I'm gonna get ready to. I'm gonna
love
get ready
this
to
shit.
head out.
Thank you.
I want to. I want to hear
Thank
about
you,
the story.
Nicker. And you know,
I think the person who wrote it and the person who
thank
drew
you, Ram V. I'm sorry, Ram V and Felipe Andrade.
Thank you.
This is damn. This bitch was $30. God damn, so
It's a hardcover. I bought it used. I got it for like $15.
I'm gonna read this shit on Molly. Anyway, all right, go ahead, Matt. All right,
Well, I was about to say, you want Matt or Antonio to go next?
Antonio can't read.
First of all,
Antonio's gonna murder you.
All right.
Oh,
yeah. Wes read.
Wes, come
in
sit
all
down.
fairness, Wes is only 5 issues of a continuing story.
Okay.
Wes, his is the Department of Truth. Yeah, let him tell it, son of a bitch. I'm leaving. There you are. Well, we're doing a chair change this week in history. People are alive and people are dying, and then there's trains. Some of them are going, some of them are not going. If you're autistic, they're going. If you're not autistic, they're not. Come on. He's changing the batteries real quick. Lear's just standing in front of cameras, in front of just that main ass camera.
The ass cam.
I was about to say, it's the ass cam. It's Lear's ass cam. You know, what else is going on out there in the world?
Lady
apples-
Gaga's album came out.
Yeah, did you know there's different colored apples besides yellow, red, and green? There's like a black apple, there's a white apple.
Oh, I did.
There's even a
I've seen the
golden
black
one.
You said Lady Gaga what?
Her new album came out today,
Is it good?
Friday. It's good. Yeah, it's mid. Yes, it's.
How many?
Well, like, I will say,
would
there's
you
no
give?
such thing as a bad. There's no such thing as a bad Lady Gaga album.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
But in terms of it wasn't what we expected. People were expecting like another like bad romance energy album, and it's not.
Nice.
But it's a good album. And Gaga albums is probably like it's probably very much in the middle.
Yeah.
But
Well,
give it a listen.
Wes is here. Wes.
All right, so I read
Brah.
the
Sorry.
first 5 chapters of Department of Truth, which I really enjoyed. I like the art style on it. It's very grungy, watercolory.
Do you have
Basically,
it with you?
yeah, it's right here.
Show it in the camera.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just put a image of it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot.
Wes is also editing the video.
He edits the video so he can do whatever he wants.
He knows.
So the premise is an FBI agent, and he enjoys like diving into the world of conspiracy theorists and checking on them, seeing what they're up to, like following it. And he's infiltrating a group of flat earthers. But so he goes on this plane and he sees like the earth is flat. They go to the ice wall. From that, he gets recruited by the Department of Truth because he's with these evil entities that he doesn't know he's with. When he gets to the ice wall,
Drive safe.
he sees this creature that he's seen when he was a kid that has like a pentagram on its face. And then there's this woman who wears black glasses. She's in like a red dress type of thing. And she takes off her glasses. She has no eyes. They're just X's. She is supposedly the devil,
Oh.
but we haven't got into like, I'm only 5 issues in, so there's a lot more to go. But as he's in the Department of Truth, he's learning about like how if enough people believe a conspiracy theory enough, then it becomes real. So like one example is, I think it's issue 2 or 3, goes on about false flags in crisis actors. So all these people on the internet, it's kind of like the Sandy Hook situation. This woman, her son got killed. He called her and left her a voicemail, like begging for her to come get him, and then he got shot and killed. So all these people are saying it's fake. He's an actor. She starts diving into like what everybody's saying, reading, like even interacting with them, like not even like saying who she is, but she's interacting with them, and she starts like feeling crazy. She's like, maybe I did actually see this, do this shit. Maybe I actually am an actor and this is all fake. That means my son's actually still out there. So she's like going crazy thinking this is real. She sees a videotape and it shows the acting. While this didn't happen, enough people believed it to be true and she believed it to be true. So it came true. These evil entities use that power to make these things come true. So while he's in the Department of Truth, he learns these things. He learns also about what's the other one? I'm trying to think. Can you think of?
I can't remember too much. It's been a while since I read it. I left off like I said, issue 14 or 15 myself.
But so they go into more of the lore about
The kindergarten? The thing that eats children?
Yeah, so the pentagram thing is like the baby eating thing, like the elites eating babies.
Oh.
So it's this like creepy monster looking thing with a pentagram on his face. And like in his dreams as a kid, he saw this thing eating babies and like tormenting him and saying he's going to come for him. And so, yeah, it gets pretty crazy. Near the end though of where this leaves off, he ends up going back to his house. His husband's out for the night with his friends, and he walks in, and the group of the people that it's called is the Black Hat. The leader of the Black Hat's sitting in his house, and he starts talking to him. He's like, yeah, all these things that they're telling you, they started it. They brought these to fruition. I haven't, like, he starts going off telling him all this stuff about it. And he's like, he's like, I haven't said one lie. I don't really care. Like, everything I'm telling you is the truth. We aren't the bad guys. The Department of Truth is. And then it just ends.
That's wow. That's
Damn, that shit sounds crazy.
Yeah, I'm scared.
No, it's good as fuck.
It's good. It's really good.
Wow, and it's an ongoing story.
Yes,
this day?
issue 28 just came out.
Oh wow,
20. So they're not like too far in.
that's
But yeah, issue 20 just came
scary.
out. There's an issue where they're following just a guy who is tracking Bigfoot. And the whole issue is just a note that he wrote to his family. So there's not a lot of pictures in it at all. It's just every page is literally like a page in the journal.
Oh, one thing I forgot. So there's these two journalists, and they've been putting all these things together, like all of this stuff, trying to figure out who is like the part in the government that's like controlling all this stuff. So they're like right there with finding out about the Department of Truth. They basically figured it out.
Okay.
And they're like, they're on camera. You just see it looks like security camera footage, and they're having their conversation. They're like, whoever it is actually in this next room. So then they knock on the door, and the leader makes the new agent Cole kill them so that they don't
Damn.
put out the truth, and it spreads amongst the population and then manifests into actually being true.
Jesus Christ.
And that's what the Black Hat guy was saying. He's like, he just made you kill somebody. You didn't want to do that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's great. I fucking love that thing.
Great.
Damn,
Love
that
the
shit,
Department
read.
of Truth.
that
Are
shit
you gonna
sounds
Like
continue
crazy.
it?
huh?
Are you going to continue?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
Yeah, that shit sounds great.
But yeah, great read. If you're a conspiracy theorist, it's definitely a fun read, fun take on conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
I think they only touch on real conspiracies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like everything
Oh.
they're talking about. This is actual
Like
conspiracy
legitimate people think
theories
about.
that I've heard. You know.
Yeah, like that was a big thing back in like the satanic panic with the teachers
Yeah.
eating babies.
Yeah, that's what they
Yep.
talk about, the satanic panic in this, and he, like, the Black Hat guy is saying that the Department of Truth used the satanic panic in replacement of the Red Scare. So they put all that out. They put everything into the world.
And you just think about it now, like in hindsight, like now how trans people are the new like big bad right now. Russia or trans people are the new big bad right now. That's wild.
Yeah. So it's so much fun.
Yep.
And it's,
Propaganda.
I'm gonna go back to work.
Yep.
Thank you, Wes.
Thank
yeah,
you, Wes.
good to have you on.
Matt.
Yep.
Guess what today it is?
Ooh, I got
It's not Hum Day. Oh.
the nice house on the lake.
Ooh.
I'm not finished with it. I'm a little bit more halfway than done. And where I just left off at is really fucking wild and trippy already. And
Real quick,
yes.
same writer as the Department of Truth.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
So I was going to mention first about the art. When Wes was talking about how the arts and Department of Truth is like watercolory and interesting, same thing with the nice house on the lake, where he actually goes, or the artist,
I don't think it's the same artist, but very similar style.
yeah, I don't know who the artist is. Whoever the artist is, they switch. There's like 3 different kind of art styles throughout the whole thing. It's watercolors, and then like penciled in, and then there's like photorealism, like some things that look like it's like a photograph, like the first, like this picture right here. That's not at all the main art throughout the story, but there are some scenes where it looks like somebody took a photograph. They even add like there's a picture of it was like one of the main guys using a bathtub, and there was like a mirror or a window right here full of people trying to get in, and there's like a flash on it as if somebody took a picture of it. So the art's really fucking cool in it. Anyways, the plot of it goes between 3 timelines, all the same universe, but there's present, or at least what I think is future, because it's whatever the most furthest along it is. Then there's the middle, and then there's past that relies in flashbacks. Through each issue, chapter, however you want to say it, they pretty much go through all of those, where they'll start off with whatever the future is, or whatever's currently going on. Let me start from the beginning. Starts off with 10 people are invited to a house from one guy that everybody has known. They're all either friends, mutual acquaintances. All of them are actually really close friends with the main guy, except one. The main guy, his name is Walter, invites them all to the house, saying, hey guys, let's all go to the house. Story starts with, before inviting the house, of the girl that's not friends with anybody else, only is acquaintance with all of them, and he asks her, like, how do you think the world is going to end? She's like, oh, I think, there's going to be fire and people are going to be melting, and yeah, maybe like the Terminator. How do you think the world is going to end? He's like, I don't know, but I just want to know. Let's continue this conversation later. And throughout, they kind of pick it up. They talk about how they think the world's going to end. And then they all get invited to this house. Everybody meets up. Again, out of all the 10 people or 11 people, all the people, 10 people, yeah. They all know each other. Like, they are all close. It's not a 10 friend group people. It's usually like 3 people that are really close, and then other 2 people that are really close, but they know this person, blah, blah, blah. Other than that one person, the artist. My bad. They're all titled something. Like, there's the consultant, the artist, the acupuncturist, the scientist. They're all titled based off Walter. Walter, when he invited them, was like, I'm not going to tell you guys who's all coming, but you all are going to have a title, so you know who's who, and it could be a mystery, and it'll be a little bit of fun. So as I'm reading that part, I'm like, oh, okay, it's going to be a whodunit murder story. Like, it's going to be like a Knives Out kind of story. Everybody comes in, hey, what's up? How's it going? They all introducing, make acquaintances. Walt shows up. It's like, hey guys, let's get this party going. I got some food or something, and it's like a nice ass place. Everything you can think. There's movie theater, crazy nice lake, and so they're all just having a good time chilling. The artist, which is the first character that was talked about, she's on her phone and she just starts going, holy shit, what the fuck? Oh my God. And it's like a whole page. It's really fucking cool. It's a whole page of tweets. And it's very like genuine and real. Like they have like little verification marks on some of them. All the tweets are saying, Oh my God, I just saw the president burn live on TV. Oh my God, I just saw Alice Cooper. Yeah, Alice Cooper melt live on TV. Oh my God, right now my fingertips are melting as I'm typing this. Oh my God, fire everywhere. So the artist named Ryan, she gets up. She's like, everybody, shut the fuck up. Look what the fuck is going on right now. Everybody's tweaking out. Hey, let's all go watch the news. There's the service department saying, yeah, whole world's fucking dying. President's dead. We don't know. And of course, on this lake, everything's nice. They don't notice at all. So as everybody's like, all right, guys, let's pack up. Let's get going. We got to figure out. We got to get a safe place. Walt's like, no, guys, you're not going anywhere. You're here. You guys are safe here. We got everything we need here. Let's just have a good time. Let's just forget about it all. They're like, fuck that. What the fuck? And then the artist is staring at the TV, looks over at Walt, and is like, so our conversation's ended. And he just goes, yep. And so everybody's like, wait. What the fuck? What do you know? What the fuck do you mean? So one of the girls, or actually it's a trans woman. He starts off as a guy and he transitions to a woman. She tries to thwack Walt, and as she does that, his face, like, I gotta like show the picture. His face morphs in this trippy, really creepy way.
Yeah.
It's really fucking trippy.
You gotta go a bit more in.
Yeah, right. Yep, right here. And she said, our conversation is over and you picked. And he said, yep. He said, I'm sorry, everybody, you can't leave. And when she tries to hit him, it turns into that. So it like goes through like his face and then it comes back. And as it comes back, her arm morphs and like explodes. Right after that, he disappears. He just goes away. So everybody's like, what the fuck? Oh my God, whatever. Now, the way that the story is telling, again, it's not just a concurrent one timeline. The whole story actually starts off like it's in a post-apocalyptic place, like fire everywhere. Ryan, the artist, she's starting the story. She's in like a post-apocalyptic gear and she's like, you know, I never thought about our conversations that we had. I never this, blah, blah, blah. And so like after they disappear, now it's another person. So it's like the consultant or somebody, the pianist. And he's in the post-apocalyptic world. He's talking about, yeah, I never expected this. Me and this person were like this, and Walt was there. And every single person, when they talk about Walt, was like, he's the most caring, understanding guy. He's a little unnerving, but there's some weird, like, you trusted him. You wanted to understand him. And then it would show the flashback to where they first would meet Walt. And Walt is like a very generic, normal dude. But in every single flashback, he talks to people and the way he interacts is like as if he's studying people. And that's what they always notice. Like he feels like he's coming off of, he's not trying to get to know you. He's just wondering why you're the way you are. And that, yeah. And every single time he would talk to people and get close to people, he starts getting sad because he's like, he always mentions it to everybody. There's only so many people I can have. And if there's somebody I like more, then they got to be replaced. And I don't want that because I just want you guys. It's like, what the fuck is going on? The story continues. Obviously, people are dealing with this very differently. Now it goes like the present to like after while they're on the lake. And it's like, what the fuck do we do? Some people are like, let's just chill out. We got everything we need here. Let's just make the most we can. Of course, other people are like, fuck that. I'm going to try to get out. They figure out that there's a force field around the whole place, invisible wall. And then they find this symbol. There's actually a lot of symbols everywhere, but by the house, there's this one big symbol. Yeah. And when you touch it, you see what is happening to every single person you love. And every single person that touch it freak out, see their loved ones burning, dying, like, fuck this. This is fucking wild. One of the dudes goes investigating on his own, finds a bunch of other symbols, finds another house that looks more like a monolith. Like it's just a glass big house and there's no entrance, but there's a bunch of symbols and statues everywhere. He writes this down, doesn't tell anybody. Then they find out, because they're like, what about our resources? Like, we can't do anything. I can't remember how they figured it out, but they figured out if they write down on this note specifically what they want, it comes up to their house and the next day. like an Amazon package. There's a guy in there, his name's the comedian, or his name's not the comedian, but he's the comedian, and he's kind of like lighthearted with this kind of stuff. So like he's like, oh, I'm gonna be the mail guy. I'm gonna order some like cool stuff. Like he orders the first edition of the Batman comic, some weed gummies, some outfits, like just some stupid shit. And then he finds out that like one of the people are like in the room kind of off from all the other people because they're doing it a different way. And every single day she comes in and is like, is my package here? He's like, didn't get yours. And she's like, fuck, goes back to room. Nobody hears from her. Goes on for a few days. And then he goes up to her and is like, hey, like, you tell me what you want and I'll write it. Maybe you writing it wrong. And she's like, I don't want anybody to see, but fine, here, fuck it. It says, I want my husband, first day. Next day, I want my fucking husband. Next day, I want my fucking mom, dad, and husband. Next day, like, give me fucking anything. Give me anything I love. Next day, give me a gun. Next day, give me a razor. Next day, give me a fucking razor. Next, like, it's just, she's trying to fucking kill herself. And so the comedian's like, here, like, I'll try to help you out. And he comes to her next day, he's like, your package didn't come in, but my package came in. And it's like it is a thin, like, little razor, just cut your hair. And he's sitting there saying, like, but now I want you to know, like, I understand the pain you're going through. I understand you don't know, like, what is going on out there or what's going on in here. But other people would be lost if you lost them, because with all the people in there, there's relationships. Like, most of the people are dated one of the others or are dating one of the others. And so they have their conversation. Everybody's eating, doing their thing. He comes up with the girl and he's like, he's covered in blood and has a razor. And he's like, everybody, listen up. And they're like, what the fuck's going on? You're covered in blood. Like, are you good? He gets up on the table. He says a big speech. I can't remember how it went, but he ends up like, I want everybody to see this. Puts the razor to his throat, slits it. Everybody's freaking out. And he just sits there with the razor still chilling. He's like, we can't die. And so now now it's like a whole thing where it's like, fuck, okay, everybody, let's all come together with all the shit we have. Because another thing, the pianist, he's trying to be level-headed and get everybody into order and try to be just calm and chill. Mm-hmm. But then there's a scene where he's like looking in the mirror, talking to his wife, like saying, yeah, we should make sure everybody's calm and good. And she's like, okay, I'll go. And then he looks up in the mirror and he's like, this is what you want, right, Walt? And then Walt's behind him and just like disappears. And so it's like, okay, there's something going on there. And the artist picks up on it, that there's something going on with Rick and Walt. And she mentions, like, at the time when they like did the slit wrist or slit throat, she's like, I saw Walt do this. And then somebody's like, yeah, and I saw your drawings of that one random house that you didn't tell anybody about. And then another person was like, yeah, and you people found guns. There's two people that actually found an armory in the basement. This was actually earlier in the story. So they're like, all right, let's all put it together. Let's fucking put our heads together. Come on now. And as they're all doing this, Rick's off in the distance, like talking. He's like, are you sure do you want them to figure this out? And Ryan, the artist, notices it, again, takes note. So they all agreed to go to that house that nobody knows is there. Side note, because I'm keep getting ahead. When the guy found the house initially, and as he was leaving, it shows inside the house a guy that they all talked about, Reginald, but was never there. And he's sitting there banging on the thing. He's like, no, I'm right here. I'm right fucking here. Where you going? And now they're all going back to that house. They're looking at the house. They're like, I don't know what the fuck it is. There's no entrance, no nothing. And then they see all, like, the statues that are out there. They see it matches their symbols. So they're like, let's all touch it. Let's all see what it does. They all touch it. Nothing happens. And then the artist is like, maybe you got to say something. Walt, open this fucking door now. Then the door opens, and then Reginald comes out. And everybody's like, oh, this is crazy. Then they all go inside. And Reginald's like, yeah. And it's like a nice little house in there. Another little house. And Reginald, he was like, yeah, I've been here this whole time. And I've actually been getting transcripts of every single thing you guys have been saying. Everything. And then Rick, the pianist, who's been talking with like Walt, says, how much have you seen? And then he looks at Rick, and the art is so cool because the emotions, I can tell that when he wants to portray an emotion, he probably got somebody making like a really dramatic face because the reactions are very dramatic, and he like looks really somber at Rick because this guy Reginald, he's a pretty like upbeat looking guy. He's a good looking dude, and he's kind of always looks a little goofy. He looks like really serious at Rick, and he's like I heard a little bit more than I care to hear. nothing goes on to that as far as I've seen yet, but that's like a notice little thing. Anyways, they go on with their ways, but then it gets really wild because I can't remember how, but Walt pops back up.
He was in the house.
Okay. All right, yeah, he's in the house and they all do see him. And he says something, I think it was either to Reginald or Nora.
I forget. He mentions that they're all finding things out too quickly and too much.
Yeah,
they're not supposed to know.
You're right. Yes, it was Reginald. So Reginald says, like, as everybody just popped up, Reginald's like, I heard a little bit more than I want, but he's like, besides that, we got to act fast if we want to get this done right. And everybody's like, what do you mean? He's like, to save ourselves. We could still save the world. And they're like, what makes you say that? And he's like, well, if we're still here doing these things and still learning things, and he hasn't explained stuff to us, then the experiment that whatever they're doing is not working out correctly. And they're like, what do you mean there? And he's like, Walt and everybody else, that's his family probably. And then it goes to like flashbacks to when Reginald was friends with Walt, and there's another guy that they were like all really good friends with. Now
it's Nora before she transitioned.
Norm, yes.
Yeah, she was Norm.
Okay. And then they were like all three really great buddies, all have different dynamics, but they all loved each other, they're close. And there was a moment where Walt was like, now this is flashback, this is in the past, this is when they don't know any of the shit. Walt is like, hey, Nora, at this time it was Norm, and Reg, I gotta talk to you guys, like real serious, like this is some really serious shit. Now, Reginald is gay, Walter is gay, and Norm is straight but hates men. So that's why he ends up transitioning. And at this point, there's kind of like, they think it has something to do with like love triangle stuff. Like, I think you love him, blah, 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 other vice versa.
Yeah, because at the time, Walt had came out and told Reg
yes,
that he wanted to be with him.
Yep. And so when they're all having their little sleepover to explain, Walt's like, hey, I just want to let you guys know, like, I am supposed to be finding the best of human aspects in everybody, something that is of value and worth to show. I can't remember how he said it, my people or whatever.
I think he said my masters.
Okay, my master.
Because he calls himself just a cog.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. And he's like, so I got to show my masters what's worthy of this race before everything gets erased. Because he tells them that the world's gonna end. That's pretty much what he's saying. The world's gonna end. I'm tasked with finding the best of these things. And so they're like, what the fuck? Like, you fucking with us, right? And he's like, I really wish I was. Like, I really fucking don't want to do this. And they're like, well, fucking prove it. Like, we're just sitting here, like, you got us all gassed up. And then he does like that crazy warp shit. They start tweaking. Like, they start freaking the fuck out. And he ends up making them forget. He says like, forget, and then they forget it, and they like wake up and they're like, oh, what the fuck was that? I actually did forget to mention earlier, there was another situation where it was like 3 of them, including Walt, that were really close friends, had another friend that came in that he didn't really like that much because that friend was starting to date another friend. But again, he has a certain amount of people that he can keep in his list. So he doesn't want to replace any of them. And when they were all 4 together, 2 of them ended up leaving, and it was Walt and the new person. And it was like, I don't hate you. I got to keep people that I want. Like, I don't want to fix it up. And he's like, what do you mean by that? And I can't remember if he gets pissed or not, but he reveals himself that he's like an entity, and she freaks out, makes her forget, moves on. Now, the whole point of this is, or where it goes on from there about figuring out, or for making the 2 forget that he told them the way the world ends. Now in the present, while Reginald is saying there's still time to save, then Walt pops up in front of everybody. Now he's there, like in front of everybody at this current time, and he's like, yeah, you got, like Nick was saying, you guys are figuring this shit out. Like, it's getting a little bit too complicated, and I don't think my experiment's not working, so fuck it. And then he does like a forget thing again. Next panel, and it's like seamless, like it's not a big huge deal. The next part, now it's still the concurrent line of like the house and the lake. Now he's just part of the team. Now he's just with them, except Nora is now on her own in like a glass cage, or like in a house where Reginald was. And everybody forgot now that Walt's the one that brought them there, what they're even there for, and all they know is that they're just in a survival mode again. That's all they're doing.
They don't even remember the world's over.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They don't even know what's going on.
And
on the outside.
Reggie took Nora's spot.
What do you mean by that?
Reggie is now part of the group.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, yep. Good point. Yeah. Now Reginald is part of the group as if nothing happened.
Yeah, that shit sounds.
And
that shit
then
sounds crazy.
it gets a little bit more interesting where the artist, now it's starting to bring up the artist, where Reginald, now this is again the normal, like when they're in the survival. So this isn't past or the post-apocalyptic. This is the normal one. Reginald's talking with Walt. It was like, yeah, it's a good time. I think we're doing good. What we should do is start making designs on new houses, see if that's a thing that happens, see if we can make a satellite, see if we can get out there to the world to figure out what's going on. And then Reginald is like, but I do want to talk about Ryan, the artist. And then Walt's like, what do you mean? She's like, or he says, well, she's not acquaintance with anybody. Like she's not friends with anybody. It's like you're at a camp for like in school and you're not friends with anybody. And you're also giving her the cold shoulder, or yeah, you're giving her the cold shoulder. And then he's like, Walt does not like that. He like morphs and then make Reginald forget that he even just said that.
Shit.
And then it's like, okay. And throughout the thing, he is being cold to the artist. Like when the artist is like, hey, this, he just looks away. When he talks to anybody else, it's like locked in, focus. Yeah. I'm listening. I want to hear. That I want to question. I want to talk more. But with the artist, it's like, no, get away. So then it's like, why the fuck is she even there? And then when they are all talking more about, actually, this was before Walt came back. They were all talking about their past and the futures, and every single person that he talked to about, how do you think the world's going to end? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? It's just old designs. They are the ones telling him how to do this, and they don't know because he's making them forget. There's a part where the comedian keeps like asking everybody, hey, did you drive here or fly here? They're like, I think I flew. I got to go make this. Hey, did you fly or drive here? Probably drive, but I'm just gonna go do this. Hey, did you fly or drive here? I just woke up. Let me get some coffee. And then he announces everybody. He's like, everybody does not know how the fuck they got here. Nobody remembers. And so it's like, there's missing elements, and everybody's kind of like, what I like about it is you could just say, oh yeah, well, if he can just go in your minds, then why can't he just make them be the way that he wants them? So that's a cool aspect, that he can make people forget, but he can't alter their memories. And that's kind of a theme where he's trying to make them forget things that he thinks would make them ignorant or like blissful to the things, but it still stresses them out. So Nora locked in that glass thing is like, Walt will come by to talk with her to keep her company, and she'll say, like, what the fuck you're doing is not helping. You're killing all of our family members and then saying you're saving us, and that's not working. And then you make them forget about the world ending, but now it's making them even more worried about going back out there, and you're not doing anything that helps you. You're fucking us up. And then he gets pissed, starts turning monster. He's like, I'm not fucking killing anybody. I'm saving you. And it's a really cool moment because, again, with all this crazy trippiness, you'd be like, freak the fuck out. Nora just looks at him and says, you're fucking pathetic. Like, just straight up. And is like, and then he makes her forget all that shit. And that's where I'm at right now.
What's the point in him making them forget if he could just isolate them later?
Well, I'm not going to spoil anything for Matt, but there is a point for him trying to make them forget, because the whole, like he said, this is an experiment pleasing his masters. So there is a reason why he is, you find out like through flashbacks, he's very controlling as well.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it's like
the metal with a lot.
It's as if he's a scientist and he put a bunch of rats in a cage.
Yeah.
But he wants the rats to perform a certain way. And you find out at the end why. I'm not going to say why.
No, I'm excited.
Because again, all up until that final page, it's like, bro, what the fuck? It is like the end of the Wailing.
Is it just one?
No.
Oh, this is like a continued story?
Yep.
Okay.
After this is The Nice House by the Sea, which is what I'm reading right now, which is a whole different group of people. And it's a whole different Walter.
Ooh, dude, I'm excited.
And that one started off, that one's like, after you finish this one, that's what makes this one so good. Because the way that The Nice House by the Lake starts off, or Nice House by the Sea, fucking like.
Oh man, I'm excited.
I can't tell you because it spoils.
It really is that kind of
Because
story.
I mean, you kind of know, but Walter, you have to have Walter say it. I can't tell you.
I got
Walter has to say it.
I'm reading that.
Yeah,
after.
you
Because
are. Yeah,
the
you
nice
are.
house,
Dude.
the way the nice house by the sea starts off the right way.
Okay.
This is not the right way,
Okay.
and that's what I'll say.
I'm excited to see
It
that.
starts off the right way. This is not the right way.
Okay. Because
It's fire.
I thought like the way that it does start does really throw me in. So I'm excited to see how that
Every
does
time
that.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
And then you
really?
think you know something, and then all of a sudden it's like you don't know shit.
Nope.
Bro.
Even now, as much as the
You're still not
more
gonna
than
know.
halfway. Yeah, I'm
You're still
still
gonna
like
get
at a
fucked up.
point where I'm like, none of this is matching up. None of these simple. I've only had one theory.
There's some shit that happens where I was like, I was at work and out loud I was like, get the fuck out of here. And I do that thing where I was like, I put it down, I had to walk away. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, and mind you, I work in the public.
Yeah.
Anyone can hear me. I'm not supposed to cuss. But bro, it like when it happened, I was like, there's no fucking way, dude.
Oh my god.
Reading that at work was distracting. I didn't help no
It's
patience.
very fucking good.
People
so,
could've
I
died
want
on my
Persia
watch.
to read it next, but I want every one of you to read it.
Oh my god,
It is
the artwork
talented,
too is
so I would
just
like
so
to
phenomenal.
so good. It's so refreshing and fun. Same writer as the Department of Truth.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's written so much good shit. There's other things I forget what they are exactly, but there's some main story stuff too.
Very good shit.
God, it's
Very
so
good
I can't
shit.
wait for you to finish that because
Yeah, I'm excited.
That ending, I was like, woo, ain't no fucking way.
So does the sequel, does it jump around in time like this one, or is it just
I'm
one
only on
concurrent?
issue 1.
Okay.
But it's kind of the same. It's
Okay.
but you're following someone else.
Okay.
It's not Walter.
Okay.
That
Like
shit
a lot.
sounds good.
It sounds
it's
very good.
I can't wait to
fucking
read
good.
that.
It's so good.
This is something that I really, really, really want to see an adaptation of.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, are any of these adapted into other medias?
No, not really. The Department of Truth would be crazy. There are stories that are like there's a story called Witches that I think was Witches. No, Witches I think was written by Scott Snyder, I think. But Witches is really good. Similar artwork to the Department of Truth and Nice House by the Lake. I forget who does the artwork, but it's about this girl who something happened to her in the past and she kind of forgets about it. But witches live in the forest. They live in tree trunks. And if you go up to one and you say, I want to make a wish, in exchange for the life of someone else, you get one wish. And the witch will hunt you and kill the person that you sacrifice for the wish. And it's so creepy. That is getting I think they're doing it on Amazon. Amazon is making
nice.
a live action adaptation show for that. It's dark and it's fucked and it's good.
Okay.
And then there's Something is Killing the Children. Also very good. Something is Killing the Children, which is similar to the Department of Truth, where children have these bedtime stories where they get scared. Those creatures become real. But only children can see them. Adults cannot. So children are getting murdered. Like they're getting ripped apart, torn. And there's a group of people, I forget what I always forget what they're called, but they're different houses and they wear like not ski masks, but bandanas, and they have fucking like teeth, and each bandana is a different color and that represents your house. And so the main character's from the House of Slaughter.
Jesus Christ.
And they hunt down, they get injected with this shit where they can see the creatures that are killing the children. And so they hunt down the creatures and try to stop them before they start killing more children.
That's getting an adaptation?
I don't know. There's rumors. I hope so, because that one's crazy good too. But yeah, Nice House by the Lake would be so good. That would be such a good television
the
series.
art in general.
If HBO did it,
Whoo,
if
yeah.
HBO did it, because when they do something, they do it.
There's a lot of parts in it when it's like going to the next issue, next chapter, whichever it is, that they show you like the transcript that Reginald got, or the list that people were writing for their orders, or the plans that people were writing, and it feels just
or the
so
text
real.
messages that Walt was sending to get people to come to the house,
and then
or
it was
the emails.
even using like
They still do that in the new one.
Awesome.
They still do that.
Because what I really like is it's I don't know the word for it, but it's very recognizable and nostalgic, because when they show tweets, it's in the same format as Twitter. When they show emails, same exact format as an email.
dope.
When they showed the instant messaging from the past, they used IM,
Yeah.
literally, or AOL.
Yeah.
Like actually the same kind of
yeah.
text, the same kind of everything. So when it
They
feels real.
The attention to detail is crazy.
Yes.
with
I
that
can't
shit.
wait
So,
to
yeah.
read this shit.
that sounds so
shit's-
lit.
That shit is very good.
Very
And then Antonio.
All right, so I got mine in the middle of the week, so I didn't get to finish. Mine is called The Middle West,
Ooh,
by
that was
Scotty
sick.
Young, Jorge Corona, Jean Francis Below, and Nate Picos.
Yeah.
by Image Comics too.
Huh?
Image Comics, I see
Yeah,
on the
it's
side
Image
there.
Comics, so
Yep.
yeah, quality.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about Abel, who goes through a journey to fix a hole in his chest that was created by his dad. So, I'm only 4 issues in. So it starts off with Abel waking up after a nightmare. His dad wakes him up out of his sleep and he's late for his paper route. His dad is kind of a dick, and by kind I mean he's a huge dick. And he yells at him the entire time. Like the dad is just fucking fuming and just going off on him, and you don't know why. So the kid starts the paper route that he's supposed to start. So the dad is yelling at him about the paper route, and he's like, I've only been late twice. This is only my second time being late. I'm sorry, and I couldn't sleep. He's like, you wanted this responsibility, blah, blah, blah. Typical, stereotypical dickhead dad conversations. Starts his paper route. Well, along the way of the paper route, you meet a fox who is his companion. You don't know why the fox talks. It hasn't been explained yet. It hasn't been explained yet, but we'll probably get there eventually. But his fox companion is like trying to tell him, like, trying to boost him up and trying to tell him, like, stop being so hard on yourself and, just keep going.
Was he shocked that the fox was talking, or was he
No,
just like, yeah?
it's just, you just dive into, it's very much, you just dive into the story. That's what I do like about it so far. There's no like preamble or anything. This is just how it is. This is just how this universe is. So while he's doing his paper route, he's already late, but he meets up with his 3 or 4 friends. I forgot the number about them, but the friends, they was like, hey, come play video games with us. He's like, oh, I got to finish this paper route. But I think it was the fox that was like, convinced him, like, you're fucking late. Who cares? They're going to be fine with one day without getting their papers. He's like, you know what? You're right. I'm going to go have fun with my friends. So him and his friends, they go to this general store to go pick up snacks. Well, for some fucking reason, they convince him to do a 5-finger discount. Steal. And they convince him, not only are they convincing themselves to steal, but then they want Abel to carry the shit because he has a satchel for the newspapers, and it's empty since he didn't. Oh, a big gust of wind. There's some big wind happening in this town. I'm sorry, like tornado style wind. So that's why Abel's stopped delivering the newspapers in the first place, because he got blown away and blew all his newspapers out of his satchel, so he couldn't do it. And then that's when he met up with his friends. I'm sorry, and the friends was like, "Hey, come play video games." He's like, "Well, I can't fucking do it, no way." So yeah, I'm gonna play video games with my friends. So again, satchel's empty. They're at the general store. The satchel's empty, and they convince him to steal. Well, he bumps into the store owner right when they're trying to run out the door. Store owner say, hey, why are you guys stealing? But this is a small town, so the store owner just so happens to have all their fucking parents' names on dial, calling your parents. So Abel's dad, of course, parents comes to get them and leaves Abel by himself. And of course, Abel's dad is not only late, but when he does come, he's fucking furious. When Abel's dad takes him home or whatever, they have like a fight outside, and he tells Abel, you're gonna sit outside, you're gonna do grown man shit, you're gonna talk back, you're gonna steal, you're not gonna finish your job, you can sit outside for the night. So they go back and forth for a little bit, and then the dad just turns into a fucking humanoid tornado and tries to kill him. Yeah, and then and what happens is the dad tornado goes through Abel's chest and creates this like symbol on his chest that's hurting him to an extent. And then the dad disappears. So and then the kid just chooses to run away. just like he has his fox companion. So along the way, so this is where I ended it on. So they go through the journey. He gets bullied by a couple guys, and no, they're like animals, right?
I don't remember exactly.
Hold
Because it's kind of there are some animals like the fox talking is very normal.
Yeah,
in this.
it's like
nobody questions it.
Yeah.
It's the artwork is great. I love the artwork too. Scotty Young is traditionally a comic book artist. Like he does covers, variant covers. His are very popular. I literally have probably about 80 covers from him alone. But his writing style is very, in a sense, kiddish. It is. But it's also like they do it so the message, he makes sure you understand.
Yeah, the message. Yeah. And I'm already getting that already, like him to deal with whatever he's going through, instead of just running away and hiding. So, okay, so animal crow man tries to hunt Abel.
Damn crows.
Yeah, fucking crows. And he gets helped by an old man with powers. And so the old man helps him, defeats the crow man, and takes him to his house, which is like this beautiful treehouse type house thingy. And so he tends to his wounds, and then so he's like, hey, I can't fix what's going on with your chest. We have to go somewhere to try to get that done. Again, this is an already set universe, so for some reason the guy knows what to do, but we have to go somewhere else to do it. But he said he's telling him to Abel, hey, let's just lay here for the night and we'll take care of this in the morning. Abel, being the teenager dickhead that he is, waits till old man goes to sleep, and him and Fox is like, we're gonna just go on this journey and we're just gonna figure it out on our own. And that's where I left off at. I don't know if I like Abel yet, because it seems like, yeah, he has problems, but he's easily manipulated. It's very much the Harry Potter energy of, I am a victim, but I don't try to fix. But when I try to fix my problems, I actually create more issues for myself. Very much that energy. Am I getting that so far?
Yeah.
So yeah, I do enjoy it so far. I love this artwork. It's so bright and vibrant.
Beautiful.
And that's what gets me. And that's what
tornado pages and stuff like that.
So it's
nice.
wild. And he just like it's also kind of, what's the word? Kind of like it's jarring the way the tornado goes through his chest and everything. And also what's going on is in this world, their little town, he hasn't been outside of this town also. So he's going on this journey blind because he doesn't know where he's going. He doesn't know this area outside of his little town. So he's just going to be out here in these streets.
There's a lot of messages in this one.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm gonna try to finish it by next week's pod.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
18 issues. That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing.
Okay,
but I can, if had I gotten this when I got sick, I'd probably be done with this.
Yeah,
I didn't I didn't know if you were gonna be on this one or not. But yeah, definitely.
I miss
that
you
was
guys.
The one I was
I could
originally
not
gonna give Persia. Because
But I like it so far. I definitely enjoy.
I know
the artwork.
you enjoy your trauma, so
Yeah.
that's what the whole thing is. The whole
deal
thing
with
about
your
this.
parents' shit.
It's not only not only that. Like there's more to it about it, and I think that's part of a bigger thing for all, like everyone, not just us, but everyone, because like spoilers, but he figures out why his father is the way he is.
Okay.
And there's more to that, so he becomes more
sympathetic
towards his father.
Oh, his mom left him also.
Yep.
And he gets into it's okay. I love hearing that theme song, so I don't mind. Every time it comes up, I'm like, I'm actually wearing a Bebop shirt today.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
So his dad yells at his dad yells at him, and he's like, that's why mom left you. Very white boy shit.
Yeah.
I was like, mom left you, and then dad counters that. Actually, your mom left you, my guy.
Racist. That's fucked up.
So it's fucked up.
She couldn't cut it as a mom, so she left, and now I have to deal with your ass.
Yeah,
very fucked up.
It's weird too because the artwork it does not match
The energy, yeah, that's
because
so
it gets
true.
darker. It gets darker.
Yes, so it starts off. Nothing positive has happened in this story. I'm 3 or 4 issues in. Nothing happy has happened. He wakes up from a nightmare. Tornado is happening and wind is blowing in this town. The only positive thing in this story is his companion, the fox.
I love the fox. I'm
And
gonna
the
get
fox
the tattooed on me.
is just a dick.
Yeah,
He's just sassy and just like
very protective over the book.
protective, but just like, have anybody watched Sailor Moon to an extent?
No.
Okay. It's very much like a familiar. Do you know what a familiar
Yes,
is in
I
like
do know what
witch
that
culture?
is.
Yeah.
So it's very much that. So it's,
What we do in the shadows.
yes. So yes. So it's protective of him and watching out for him. Bless you. But it's talking this shit.
Yeah.
Talking this shit the whole
I love
time.
the fox
like tell
man.
him like, hey, don't do this. Why are we doing this? We're gonna do it. Fine, I'll do it. I'll be with you, but I don't think you should be doing this shit. Like very much that. I'm excited to see where this goes, especially for the fox. But I gotta commend the artwork once again. It is so vibrant and attention. Like even the wind and everything is just like, and like it really blew me away seeing the guy who saved him. I can't think of his name. I'm sorry, but seeing his house and just how bright and colorful, like you can see it in real time. Those like cluttered houses, but like it's beautiful. Like it's their own like piece de resistance, essentially, about how they decorated their homes. Like it's definitely like cluttered,
Yeah.
or what are you hoarding?
Yeah.
But it's their hoard, it's their mess, and it's beautiful, and they have it decorated nice. It's very dope.
Okay.
So yes,
Yeah, that
yes.
sounds interesting.
But
Very
it's called the Middle West, and I thank you. I'm excited to finish this.
Yes.
I'm very excited to finish it. I wish I would have had something like this when I had COVID
I'm
to like
sorry.
distract me.
I'm sorry. Next time you get COVID, let me know. I got you.
I got
There you go.
I'll grab something.
Well,
any other
we've
questions?
been
that's story
talking
time.
for a long ass time, but
Yeah. Sorry.
so we're at 2:15. So
Oh,
we're gonna wrap this shit up.
God, it
Yep.
does not
But-
feel like that.
Next time, book club is probably gonna be its own thing. So
Yes.
we can
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
directly
Definitely have to do
into
its own
it.
thing.
Bebop Book Club.
But I can't wait to read that one next.
Yeah.
God damn!
I can't
soon
wait
as
to
you
finish this
it,
one,
soon as
dude.
you
What are
finish it,
you
better
reading
come
right
drop
now?
I
it
got you. I got
I'm reading a lot right
I
now. I'm
got you.
reading The Nice House by the Sea, Ultimate Spider-Man, Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Flash, and Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter come out this month.
I'm excited for the absolute Martian Manhunter.
Me too.
Dude, it
delicious.
looks real
So fucking trippy.
I'm reading way too much right now. Transformers is really good. So much right now.
What about
Yeah.
mangas, you know?
Manga Kagurabachi. I just started that new one, The Martial King. It's only 4 issues in. Of course, One Piece, Sakamoto Days, usuals.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anything else, gentlemen?
That's it.
Nick, do the damn thing.
I'll see you Space Cowboys later.